All right, I think I'm live. Hang on. What's up, ATF Media? Dave's channel. Fired the fuck up. Hell yeah. What's up? It's me, Jeremy. Well, another week. Well, really another month in the books, right? We're about to close out. Wonder how McHenry's doing. Monster truck, we're at you know what? That remember the monster truck video that we watched? It finally got somebody copyright claimed it like a fucking week later, but it shows that we can watch them, which is good. Did you go to the show, Dave? Did you go to the monster trucks? But I do want to say thank you for coming out yesterday for that kind of a, I don't know if it's really experimental. I mean, it's just kind of the format was a little unusual for the channel, but I had a good time yesterday with the pirate TV station LARP, but I thought it was a pretty good time. Bigfoot's nephew. Bigfoot is in Fortnite right now. The Bigfoot skin is in Fortnite. Oh, you posted some shorts? Nice, dude. I will probably be back this afternoon, but I will probably just do something really light, like maybe like a Bethadone archive or something like that. Probably just something to ease out of the week on a smooth note. I don't think I can put together a Boyd Watch Live because I spent a bunch of time on yesterday's show, but in any case, I will be back, of course, Monday for McHenry Mondays. We'll get back in. We got to try to get through February 2019. But today we've got 3 episodes of CWA action, starting with December 6th, 1980. Oh, you liked yesterday? I thought it was fun too. Some of the shorts that I made were kind of turned out weird, but I was so blazed when I made them. But anyway, here we go. CWA Memphis Wrestling, December 6th, 1980. And I think we have the following episodes, which means that we're almost out of 80 into 81. And I'm hoping that we're moving toward like increased video quality and also like more complete blocks of episodes. Like once you get to 86, you're only missing a couple episodes. So I'm hoping that like 82, 85 run is like more complete, but we'll see. Anyway, here we go. What's up, Hugh?
Wrestling, Dave Brown right along ringside, ready to fire out.
You
here
rascal,
one of the
Hugh.
Great championship wrestling programs we've had in a long
Thank you,
time.
Dave.
Dave, been looking forward to it all week long, as a matter of fact. Let's tell them all about it.
All right, we have the
Ulrich Bismarck. Welcome to the stream, buddy.
first defense of Coco Ware's Championship Wrestling TV title coming up today. But before...
Oh, yeah, remember Coco Ware won the title, and then they jobbed him out on the next show, but he's still the champ, I guess.
That, a tag team match which pits Ken Lucas and Rick Morton against Handsome Jimmy Valiant and Tojo Yamamoto. Not only that, there's going to be a 2 out of 3 fall match.
Boy,
Not one fall only. Should be a big one. Then comes the title defense by Coco Ware as he defends against...
Hold on, I got to fix something real quick. Okay, here we go. Also, I am going to watch The Odyssey tonight, but not the Christopher Nolan movie. Asylum, that makes all those terrible knockoff movies, just released their version of The Odyssey, so I'm going to check that out.
Beautiful Bobby Eaton. Then, after that, another...
Whoa, beautiful Bobby. Oh my God, Dave, thank you, man. Miku Kitsune. Dante's Game Room, I remember him. Michael Portnoy. Jumpman and Nicholas Woodall. Thank you, Dave's channel. I appreciate that, man. Somebody say fired up. Coming right out of the gate, Dave dropping bombs. I appreciate that, man. This is a perfect day for it, too, because anything I make today will go on, like, I'll get it in August. Whereas anything at, like, tomorrow or further, I'd got to wait till September. So thank you, Dave. That'll go into my August dispensary fund.
And the superstar Bill Dundee will be going against Big Guy Mitchell and Nature Boy Roger Kirby.
Ooh, by the way, I might add, are the Southern
Oh my
Tag
God.
Team-
Who sent me the Nature Boy Kirby video? Was it Pont Flair, maybe? He sent me a video of like Abdullah the Butcher or somebody teaming up with the Nature Boy Roger Kirby.
champions
They won the belt.
after having picked the belts up. You better believe it. So what a magnificent championship wrestling program. Opening battle alone with Lucas and Morton against
yeah.
Valiant and Tojo, man, main event anywhere, and a 2 out of 3 fall time limit match. Then the TV championship match, and all in all. Let's get ready
I
for
think
it.
he's
Get it
calmed
all
down.
in. Stay where you are. Get ready. We're going to be back in just a moment.
Oh, hey, what's up, Jumpman? Yeah, that was from Dave's channel, 747.
All right. Okay, Dave, I'm looking forward to this one right here. I'll tell you for a fact, not only have we got Lucas and Morton going against Valiant and Tojo, but it's a 2 out of 3 fall match.
This is pretty good for an opening match.
That's right. One fall won't do it. 2 out of 3. If I get...
Oh boy. What is he wearing?
Totally unpredictable, handsome Jimmy Valiant. We found that out.
Yeah, did we? Ooh.
So, Yamamoto and Valiant up to the ring apron, and we're ready for the official.
I never heard of that. What's Kaz Playground? I did order too. I requested from the library the 1954 version, which wasn't called the Odyssey. It was called Ulysses. And then there's like whatever the one from the 90s, I think, or the early 2000s with Armand Asante. I got to pick that one up today, but there will be like an abundance of Odyssey type reviews on my channel, but not a review for the Christopher Nolan movie until it comes out on DVD. Same with Supergirl. As soon as that comes out on DVD, I'm going to review it, but I'll have the, I'm going to review the Helen Slater one probably like next week.
Official introductions, David.
At a total weight of 414 pounds on the right of your screen, from Nashville, Tennessee, Rick Morton. And
Ricky Morton,
from
baby.
Las Vegas, Nevada, his partner Ken Lucas. On the left of your screen, at a total weight of 469 pounds. From
Boy, this outfit is really something on on the Boogie Woogie Man.
Japan, Tojo Yamamoto. And from New York City, handsome Jimmy Valiant. This match, 2 out of 3 falls. Overall time limit, 45 minutes.
Okay, let's see who'll be starting.
What's up, Groovin' Gary? They couldn't afford even, it just has a completely closed eye. I think I was playing a game a while ago, maybe, I think it was Hades 2, and the Cyclops in that game has like obviously has one eye, but he's like, because he got his eye stabbed, he's wearing like wearing a blindfold.
Out in there, looks like Rick Morton will be going for the team of Lucas and Morton. And
Supergirl has a unique face. She does, Bob Brown.
handsome Jimmy is starting out. Bell time. Here we go, David.
And we're underway. The referee, by the way, is Jerry Calhoun.
Supergirl 84 is bad. Yeah, I like bad movies though, typically. Like I don't care if I don't really care if they're good or bad. I just want something that's like, not boring. I haven't seen it since Anchor Bay put it out on DVD, like I want to say in the early 2000s, but it might have even been couldn't have been in the late 90s, I don't think though. I think it would have been the early 2000s.
Tojo jumps in. Rick Morton.
They came out with like a deluxe collector's edition that had like 3 different cuts of the movie and a bunch of extras and shit.
Back to work on handsome Jimmy Valiant. Morton off the rope, shoulder butt. Valiant hits the mat. Morton goes by. Whoa! Tojo grabs the top rope, strips Rick Morton up. Rick off his feet, handsome Jimmy right there. Picks him up in the air. Shoulder slams into the top turnbuckle. Valiant picks him up, and again the shoulder goes into the turnbuckle, in the corner. Morton being thrown around the ring by handsome Jimmy. Morton off the rope. Good shot by Tojo Yamamoto.
Dude, for real, man, I loved Anchor Bay. They're still around, but it's not the same. I feel like when Stars bought them, they kind of really fell off. But they were like one of the very first labels I remember doing all the like boutique shit. This is I don't know how many of you are old enough to remember Suncoast, But if you went into Suncoast at a mall, like it was a movie store, and like they carried Anchor Bay, so like they had all the badass old school horror movies and shit.
With a kick. Those vicious shots. Ojo makes the tag. Handsome Jimmy coming in. Valiant works the pressure point.
Hey! He's from the at Sushi Onita school of just yelling a singular phrase. Memphis!
Jimmy using the hair for little extra leverage.
Yes. Yep. I remember that too. Yeah, they'd have those cool clamshells too that were like different colored, like shit. They had the nice cases on some of those.
Ojo coming in after the tag. Valiant holds Morton up. Ojo chops it. Double team. Ojo again with a vicious chop. He uses it better than anybody.
I still remember their PR firm back in the day. It was a place called Suprocco. Procko, Suprocco Public Relations. And that's who you would contact to like get review copies. They'd send like if you had a website or whatever. It wasn't like now where there were 100 million people doing movie reviews. Like there were a lot, but there weren't that many. So like even if you had like a medium-sized site, you could get on like the review list and get free movies.
Devastating. The kick to the midsection. Tag on Valiant.
I think Visual Vengeance, who's owned by Wild Eye, is was the last remaining company that was still sending me free shit, but I haven't written on my site in 2 years, so that well dried up, unfortunately. You miss the old days of wrestling? Yeah.
Couldn't tell which from this angle.
We watch Memphis. If you're new to the channel, we watch Memphis every Friday morning. We watch XPW from the 2000s every Tuesday morning, and then on Wednesdays we usually watch the current, or like a couple months behind on JCW.
Ojo in with a chop again.
Hey!
Ojo yanks the hair.
Look at that teamwork, Brown! Look at that teamwork, Brown!
I'm watching, Jimmy. I'm watching. Teamwork and double teamwork from time to time, too. 2 minutes, 50 seconds into the action.
Did you see that one, Brown?
Rick Morton on the mat. Tag made by Tojo, and here comes handsome Jimmy Valiant. Valiant with a chokehold. Oh, he just had his hand wrapped around Rick Morton's throat. Chopped by Tojo.
Oh my God!
Morton halfway across the ring. He was close to the corner, the tag on Ken Lucas, but not quite close enough.
Japan.
Chop again by Tojo.
What's up, Daninsky? I love Memphis, to be honest. I would probably only put Mid-South above it. Probably is my favorite territory.
Tag on Valiant. They have been able to keep Morton pretty well in their half of the ring, away from that
Exploding
tag on
ring.
Ken Lucas. Here comes Kenny jumping in as cover. The count had started on Rick Morton. Ken Lucas in there to break it up. Morton. Coming off the rope. Cover by handsome Jimmy. Lucas. Able to break it up again before the 3 count. Tojo starts in. Valiant.
I got to remember I can get a drink in 4 minutes.
Lucas into it over in the corner. Tojo. Over in the
What was
corner.
that?
Tojo.
Salt?
JoJo with something. He just threw in Rick Morton's eyes. There's a cover by Jimmy. 2, 3, that's it. JoJo Yamamoto had something.
Woogie Woogie Brown.
Yeah. First fall for Valiant and Tojo Yamamoto, but Tojo
Yeah, I love
right
Mid-South.
square in Rick Morton's eyes as he was laying on the mat. Well, that is 2 out of 3, Jimmy. You got to come back here and win.
We can't watch it on here because of copyright, but every once in a while I'll watch a few episodes on Twitch. I think there's a watch along for the first couple episodes from 81 in the members section, but that's the only Mid-South that's in there.
The second fall, 2 out of 3 in order to win this match. Rick Morton being helped by Ken Lucas. And I don't know, but the win goes to Handsome Jimmy.
What's up,
Tojo
Rick Tony?
Yamamoto in the first fall. Time on it, 4 minutes, 20 seconds.
Don't like the looks of Yamamoto and Valiant together. We're going to be taking another look at them here as the second fall will be coming up here in just...
Did I catch it? No, I've seen a bunch of stuff saying like worst segment ever, but I didn't click on it to see what it was. It was a song. Wow, they fucked up a Joe Hendry in-ring concert. Wow.
A moment.
Smoking medical, drinking Bud Light. Hell yeah. Speaking of drinking, in case you missed it, Bethadone did relapse, which to no one's surprise, unfortunately. But she's back on it. She's sober as a gopher. Day 1. We're rocking it out.
Back into Channel 3's Championship Wrestling in the Ring in just a moment. Do want to take time out to tell you about the action coming up in Carrollton, Kentucky. That's on Thursday, December 18th. Next week, I'll give you more particulars in terms of the people who will be there. But that's Thursday, December the 18th, Carrollton, Kentucky. Be looking for action coming around there. Tuesday night, right there in the Gardens. Son of my gun, what a night of action that's going to be when Handsome Jimmy Valiant and Tojo Yamamoto face Tommy Rich and Coco Ware. And there'll be a Southern tag match when Guy Mitchell and Roger Kirby defend that title against the former
excuse me, Lance. Can we give the proper title here? Nature Boy Roger Kirby.
Tommy and Eddie Gilbert, a big 8-man and 4 other single matches. We'll get to a little
She had a good run, what, a couple weeks?
bit later on. I want to call in Handsome Jimmy and Tojo.
What's
and
up,
talk a little bit
William?
about the action that will be coming up Tuesday night, and you'll see some of the action this very day.
Richie's mother said, Richie can't come to the phone. Richie can't come out and play. Richie!
I did see the video where she said that. That should be it. That should have been an indicator to everyone of what was going on. How you doing, Crime Scene Gucci?
Do you think, Richie, do you think your mother's gonna be with you for life? Did she take you
Boyd Pierce, he does have pretty awesome outfits.
to school, Richie? Do you think Richie is potty trained? Richie! Leave your mother at home! You're a punk, Richie! And your mother's a hussy!
Wow. Man, this is a pretty crazy looking run for him, man. He looks outlandish.
Hussy! Ha!
Handsome Jimmy Valiant, Tojo Yamamoto. He'll hear all about it, and he'll find out exactly what kind of a response he's got. Tojo and Handsome Jimmy got no reason to be proud of the action that you're going to be seeing coming up a little bit later, or what took place last week. It'll all be done out in the wash come Tuesday night right there in the Louisville Gardens. Make your point.
God.
Oh,
Lord. Wow.
Yeah, come on.
Who, Bethadone, Leo?
Settle down a little bit. Boy. Okay, back and ready to go, and here comes Rick Morton now.
What do you think about that? I kind of like that idea that in between, you take like an extended break in between falls, not like just go back to your corner for a second and then come back out. I like him taking a break to do like an interview or something between falls. It makes it feel like more like a sporting event.
Lucas and Morton, one fall down, and Ricky trying to get his eyes.
I think Bethadone just wanted to drink. didn't seem like she was in any distress or any whatever. I just think she just had had enough and was ready to drink. I mean, she's an alcoholic, so it kind of, it kind of makes sense.
Cleared away. He's coming after Handsome Jimmy. Ken over there yelling, bust him right in the mouth. Hit him. That's when Lucas had a leg dive. Ricky looked over to Ken to pick up what he was saying, and Valiant took that opportunity, leg dived him. Drops him down. A referee counts him off as he had that ankle right across Rick's throat.
Wow, man, he got him up quick.
He had that ankle right across Rick's throat. Picks him straight up in the air and body slams him. Yamamoto down the rope. You'll find that Tojo has always done that. He will move down.
Imagine the promos, Daninsky, like if they went backstage and Tojo was getting rubbed down by some lady and Jimmy Valiant was cutting a promo and smoking a cigar while he's getting his shoulders rubbed.
Shot to the midsection on Ricky after Jim whipped him into the rope.
They did that in the Death Race movies, I remember in between like the race legs, you'd see the characters getting rubbed down.
Another shot from Yamamoto and the young fella from Music City. Rick Morton has taken quite a pacing. Yamamoto fires Morton and Ricky goes under it.
Whoa, oh. Look at his, oh my God, look at his little legs. Look at Tojo's little legs kicking up. Oh, look at him, look at his little legs. Oh, that's adorable. Oh man, that's adorable.
Judo jump! He used a judo
He didn't use any other kind down there, Jim, but you know better than that. Yamamoto.
Hey, Ronald. What's up, Daniel Fryer?
Come in, and that's going to even it up in a hurry. Beautiful.
Sorry about that. My connection dropped for a second. Let me get it. Let me wait till it gets back up in the green. All right, I think we're good now.
Move by Morton out there, who had taken a pounding in the latter part of the first fall and in the first part of that second fall in there, Dave.
He got it. Minute 5 seconds.
Oh, Souls Malone, a true chat legend, is in here. Where's It's Me? It's Me is a big fan. He did. Did you see his legs, Daninsky? His little legs? Oh, man. Poor Tojo. Yeah, Tojo got a heat-seeking name. Remember when he gets into the feud with Jeff Jarrett when he first comes in? Cuts all those crazy promos saying that Jeff Jarrett's mentally retarded.
Man, what a second fall win for the team of Lucas and Morton, who even it up with Handsome Jimmy and Tojo at one fall apiece. We got more action. 2 out of 3 fall match, and we'll be back for that third fall of action in just a moment.
Hi. Third fall of action coming up.
What was that? Wonder what we missed.
Hi. Third fall of action coming up. Rick Morton, Ken Lucas have evened it up at 1 fall apiece. Handsome Jimmy's prophecy, it's going to be different this fall. They lost the second fall, he and Tojo Yamamoto, after a win in the first one. So we are all even, 1 fall apiece.
I can't get over Tojo's legs.
Just about ready to get going with the third fall.
Tojo, as a manager later on in the 80s, is absolutely brutal, though. Like, he has those unhinged promos. He's always got like a... Remember he had like Goto and Sato with him, and eventually, who else came into that? Somebody else big came into that tag team, I thought. Did he manage Hashimoto, or no? Was that somebody else?
Underway. This one's it. 2 out of 3 fall match. It's 1 fall apiece now. 4 minutes, 20 seconds. Valiant and Tojo won the first fall. A minute 5, Rick Morton and Ken Lucas won the second fall. Rick Morton asking the referee to check Tojo. He recalls the first fall when Tojo threw something in his eyes.
Ricky Morton used the judo chop in that last fall.
Tojo back to the tight.
Yep, referee across the ring with Handsome Jimmy and Tojo messing around those tights again, Davey.
Referee again, over to check. Referee with the inspection. Referee satisfied everything's okay.
Ugh.
Rick Morton. Up. Rick again.
Hey!
Telling referee Jerry Calhoun, hey, he's got something here. And referee says, I've already checked. Giving Tojo a warning. Referee telling Rick, keep the fist open. Minute 20 seconds and virtually no contact so far in the third fall. It has been caution prevailing.
I keep thinking about his legs during the kick out.
Tojo had Morton in the headlock. Rick is shielding his eyes. Handsome Jimmy in. A well-placed boot. Tojo got him in the headlock again. Handsome Jimmy from outside hammering Rick. Tojo backing across the ring, headed for Morton.
What do you mean you don't understand why? What do you know why? It doesn't matter how long ago. It was, what, 40 years before this? I think it's pretty clear why characters like Tojo Yamamoto and Brickhouse Brown were hated in Memphis. Well, first of all, just because they're heels, but like especially they don't like the crowd tends not to like the minority characters.
He rubbed something across his eyes in. Rick Morton. Down on the mat, shaking his head. We'll go again. Boy, Rick in trouble here. But Tojo Yamamoto has done something to his eyes. That's all we know.
Right, but you can't chant USA at an Alaskan. You can chant USA at a Japanese guy, but it doesn't matter anyway because Tojo is Hawaiian, right? I think.
Chop puts Rick Morton down on the
Or is he actually, is the real guy actually from Japan? I was thinking, maybe I'm thinking of Pat Tanaka. See, remember when Pat Tanaka was a good guy? When Pat Tanaka was a good guy, they made sure to emphasize that he was from Hawaii, but then whenever he got in with former drug addict Paul Diamond as a heel, they played up the fact that he was like an evil foreigner. Yeah, they do. Occasionally, they do like it. I think Watts had the theory back in the day that like one minority, one black guy could get over at a time in each territory. I think Tony Atlas has told stories about like that's why Ernie Ladd didn't like him and why Ernie Ladd didn't like Junkyard Dog.
Tag made, and here's Handsome Jimmy.
Tanaka was Hawaiian. What's up? What's up, heathen? You were going to remain silent. Now the ATF knows you're here. Yeah, you got to be careful with ATF media.
Jimmy stomping on Rick Morton. There's a cover. Over near the ropes. Referee Jerry Calhoun calling for a break. He won't start the count while they're in the ropes.
Pearl Harbor job.
Shoot to the midsection by Tojo Yamamoto. Cover by Valiant. Count of 1, 2.
What's up, Al Hall?
Kicks out of it.
I get high on here all the time, but wrestling is Tuesdays is XPW, Wednesdays is the new JCW, like the current product, and then Fridays is always Memphis in the morning.
Jimmy shoved it back into the ropes, grabbed a chokehold as he bounced off of there.
There you go, Ulrich. See, you put Ulrich Bismarck in the ring, and he's going to be, with that name alone, he's going to be an automatic heel.
Free starts the count, and
but not here.
Hole, but right back to the choke. Tojo has gotten the tag. Valiant sends Morton into the ropes. Tojo grabs him around the throat as he comes off of there. 3 minutes, 45 seconds gone in the third fall of action.
Kenny trying to get Rick to get over to the corner if he can to make that tag.
Close? Not quite. Not quite. Rick Morton
I remember that one with Michael Keaton. What the hell was that movie called? Remember the Japanese car company Gung Ho bought out the American car company, and it was like this culture shock because the Japanese new owners wanted the workers to do jumping jacks.
Tojo and Valiant have both worked him over in this third fall all the way. Valiant.
What's up,
Foot
Scott?
across his throat.
What's up, G? Thanks.
Valiant and Tojo both flirting with disqualification throughout this third fall, but they've been breaking the hold before the disqualification occurred. Tojo again with a shoe as Valiant had distracted the referee across
It's
the
true,
ring.
Bob Brown.
He got the tag, and here comes Ken Lucas. Lucas goes after both of them.
Come on.
Off the rope, goes for the sleeper on Handsome Jimmy. Tojo is there. Tojo gets up to the Ken's eyes. As Kenny had the sleeper, and it looked like he and Rick were on their way
Hey, it's me. Did you see Souls Malone was in the chat earlier?
to a win there, but Tojo jumped in. Did something to Kenny's eyes. He had been working on Rick Morton's eyes earlier in the fall. There's a chop by Tojo. Ken Lucas hits the mat. Tojo, abdominal grab. A well-placed fist by Ken Lucas. That broke that up. Here's Valiant back in. No tag had been made. Tojo again goes for the abdominal grab.
Referee going to bring it up.
He's got till 5.
And again, he's calling for the break. Referee shoving Valiant back to his
Project
corner.
Nightmare, yeah.
Tojo goes to the tights again. Handsome Jimmy grabs Lucas into the turnbuckles. Getting into the rope. Valiant with the elbow. And a cover. 1. Rick Morton is there to stop the count at 1. He grabs Tojo. Lucas against Handsome Jimmy.
Morton trying to get back at Tojo for what he'd done to his eye. He really, there's
Sleeper again by Ken Lucas.
Well, that's all right, Daninsky. There's no, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's on Valiant. Valiant
Oh, there we go.
right in Kenny's eyes. He went 1, 2, 3. That's going to
Pretty interesting, to use the same finish pretty much for both of the heel falls, and then, I don't know, am I crazy? I mean, I know Ken Lucas is getting a decent push, but Morton's basically a low-card guy at this point. I guess, though, in that time, though, like, you were a heel, so you're not cheating because you have to cheat to win the match. You're just, you know what I mean? But I don't know, I'm just kind of surprised. But then again, like, it's that old school style of booking.
Looked like salt. Handsome Jimmy threw something in Ken Lucas's eyes as he had that sleeper hold. Then as Kenny released the hold
boy.
to grab his eyes, Valiant came back with a small package and put him away.
Yamamoto and Morton, there was so much happening in there, Dave. I really can't blame the referee because we couldn't keep up with the whole thing in there. Yamamoto and
Yeah, like, I just my mind is kind of warped by the era that I grew up watching and, like, all the Attitude Era and stuff like that, but it is true, like, it does, even though these guys aren't maybe, like, on the top, like, this lets them get a little bit of a rub because, like, at least they had to cheat, and then it doesn't make them look bad because they're just assholes who would cheat anyway.
Valiant will come out the victor. Yeah, I saw what you did in there. Knowing that he's with Tojo, it had to have been probably salt because Tojo world famous for that salt supply that he has always had. Handsome Jimmy and Tojo Yamamoto. The time on that again, David.
True, Hugh Scanlon.
42 seconds.
6:42 in the third
Win if you
ball,
can,
and that is
lose
the,
if you must, but
first
always
and
cheat.
third for Yamamoto and Valiant. We'll be back in just a moment.
camera guy.
Wave Country's Championship Wrestling
Hey, what's
continues
up,
in the
Go
ring
Hogs?
here in just a moment. Hey, I want to tell you the entire card coming up for the Louisville Gardens Tuesday night. The main event,
Louisville Gardens. Cornette might have been there.
which is going to be that Valiant Yamamoto and Rich and Ware match, is going to
Wow.
be worth the price of admission alone. But there is lots more action to see. Opening bout will be Rick Morton going against the Angel. Tony Charles will be in to go against Gypsy Joe. Sonny King takes on Danny Davis, and beautiful Bobby Eaton with Jimmy Hart at ringside will be facing Robert Gibson. Then there's going to be an 8-man match, and that ought to be a scramble and a half.
A pre midnight rock and roll express like matchup between beautiful Bobby and Robert Gibson.
When Morton, King, Charles, and Gibson go against Eaton, the Angel, Gypsy Joe, and Danny Davis. Furthermore, a Southern Tag Team title match when Guy Mitchell.
When did he start taking pictures? I don't know when he started taking pictures, but he's definitely out in the audience during whenever Kaufman is there, because you can see him in some of the video. But I don't know for sure. I would think he's probably for sure attending the shows by now. I don't know if he's taking pictures, though. Does anybody know when he comes in?
The big Canadian and Roger Kirby defend that AWA Southern Tag Team title against the former champions.
Because we're in the last month of 1980 here. The next few years are like from what I remember from shoot interviews and stuff, like Memphis really starts to take off.
Their son team of Tommy and Eddie Gilbert, and the payoff Tuesday night. Valiant, Yamamoto, Rich, and Ware. You be there. Yeah. Okay, we're going to be back in the ring for the TV championship match with Coco Ware in his first defense. But right now, Eddie Marlin has got something to say.
Okay, so he started taking pictures in 75. And then I wonder when did he come in? When did he start managing?
See you today. We're going to look forward to your first defense.
It's got to be somewhere between 81 and 83, right? Or 84?
You know, Lance, last week I said was signing Jimmy Valiant.
Oh, boy, look who it is.
Money and get another ticket to TV set for Coco. Coco, I just want to tell you that we're proud that you're our TV champion. Use your TV and stay at home with you and enjoy it. Thank you very much, Ed. Thank you, Lance.
Good luck to you, Coco. We've got your TV set over here, and we'll be looking forward to you having it, as I know
There's his TV set that he won.
that you really will be, too, after the unfortunate incident
82.
to the TV
We're
set
right
last
there,
week.
then.
Okay, we're getting ready for the first. This is a very first, David, a TV championship defense. Let's have the official introduction.
All right, it's going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Is that correct? One fall, 15 minutes, the overall time limit. Introducing first the challenger with his manager, Jimmy Hart, on the left of your screen there from Huntsville, Alabama, 227 pounds. Beautiful Bobby Eaton. Going against him, the Championship Wrestling TV champion with the title on the line.
That's not
From
too far
Union
off.
City, Tennessee, 218 pounds, Coco Ware. Coco Ware will be defending the title. There's Coco on the right of your screen. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee Paul Morton.
Okay, we're ready to go. The TV time set according to the TV, and Coco in defense there against Bobby Eaton.
Bobby Eaton over to his corner for a conference with manager Jimmy Hart. Coco Ware. Oh, come on, Jimmy.
Let's go! Let's go!
Come on, Jim, get out of here.
He will never watch this son of a bitch.
Oh, come on. Wow.
Okay, Dave, I'm going to talk to you.
Yeah. Back to the action. Coco Ware. Oh. Went in too quick. Bobby Eaton caught him with a feet. Eaton held onto the rope.
What's up, cowboy?
Evidently didn't sink into the stick here, and he come out here and broke this one now. Handsome Jimmy.
Hey, Go Hogs, did you happen to see the story, speaking of Keep On Dancing, that they're releasing a bunch of, I don't know if it's unheard or maybe it's like unreleased for a long time, but they're putting out a bunch of the Gentry's music.
Suspended as as of right now. He's through in this area, and I'll let you know who's going to take his place in his match. But he's through.
Okay. I don't know, Dave, whether you could hear that with
Hey,
the noise
Virginia.
in here. But
Imagine how cool
right?
it would be to play Mega Man on that TV.
Valiant, he's going to let us know who will take his place in the towns in a little bit. All right. Bobby Eaton with a face lock on Coco Ware. Now a chokehold by Eaton.
Through right now.
Coco's TV title on the line. Coco broke it up, but Eaton comes roaring back with a foot. Oh, come on, Jimmy.
Come on, Bobby.
He won that championship in a battle royal. Bobby Eaton, upper part of the arm. 2 minutes, 15 seconds gone. Coco being worked on pretty good by Bobby Eaton.
Oh, shit. Charles in charge? Wow. Willie Ames. Scott Baio. Who was the girl?
Eaton with the face lock. And more.
Wow.
We're coming up on the 3-minute
Oh,
mark.
any of you guys that watch AEW, I keep seeing another headline that says like Mick Foley did something cringe in AEW. And I saw that they actually put the clowns on TV, which means that they can add the AEW to like being in every wrestling company ever.
TV championship being defended by Coco Ware.
Zapped.
The challenger.
Remember, did they remake Zapped, or did they make a sequel, or did they do both? Because I remember, isn't Zendaya in like the remake? But I thought they did a sequel too, Zapped Again, or maybe that was the same. Maybe the remake was called Zapped Again.
Bobby Eaton. Eaton, a former Mid-America champion.
I didn't see him, but I saw a thing that said they appeared on Collision. That was really Nicole Eggert? Wow. What a
Coco's
cast.
first championship and his first defense of that title right here.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Bobby Eaton hanging on to the headlock.
It was just Violent J. Well, the picture I saw said it showed both of them pouring water on somebody. Yeah, the original Zapped was Scott Baio, but then I think they made a sequel, and then they made like a reboot with Zendaya. I think.
Coco trying to battle his way back to his feet. He is on his feet. Coco goes for the rope. Shoulder bump. Eaton goes down. Eaton trips him up. Ooh. Falls with the elbow. Covered. 1. Count of 2, and Coco kicks out of it.
Why didn't they get the other guy? Well, and why are they sharing pictures?
Bobby grabs the face
Yeah,
lock
see,
again.
look, this picture that I see says AEW Dynamite, and then it's got a picture of like both of them on the stage. See, there's the fat guy, and there's the skinny guy, and there's the cokehead.
4 minutes, 10 seconds
Certainly, they wouldn't use a misleading thumbnail, would they?
gone. 4 minutes, 10 seconds gone in this match. Bobby Eaton. Looking on Coco. Jimmy Hart's got referee Paul Morton distracted.
They want the show in the AEW app. Oh, that would be. We'd probably have to stop watching the show. I bet you. I don't know. I mean, it's up. I don't know how AEW does it, but all their shit is in like Content ID. I hope that if they do get into the AEW app, that it doesn't start auto claiming streams.
Eaton, pull it tight. That's Coco Ware on the mat again.
Bro,
5
Tony
minutes gone.
Khan.
10
He
minutes left to
glazed
wrestle
Tony
in this
Khan, remember?
championship match.
I don't know if you ever saw the interview him and Coach did. They like glazed him, and then Vince Russo tried to like soft soap Tony Khan to get. I can't remember who he wanted. There was somebody he wanted to. Maybe it was Britt Baker to come over to JCW and do a show.
Coco Ware in defense of his title. He's coming back. But not for long, as Bobby Eaton puts him right back
I
on
don't
the
know
mat,
what
right
you
back
thinks.
into the face lock.
With a big double handful of
Red and
hair.
yellow could never get over in pro wrestling.
Referee apparently spotted the fact that hole was down across the throat there for a moment anyway. He made Eaton break it. Eaton broke it quickly and then right back to a face lock. Coco trying to battle his way out of it. Been tied up by Eaton for a long time. And again, he's back into the hole. We're coming up on the 6-minute mark.
Hart having a verbal battle with referee Paul
The TV
Morton.
that's in
Hart,
pieces.
I think, was saying that Coco had given it up. And the referee said he hadn't
Come
told
on,
me
ref,
anything.
ask him.
Eaton with a knee lift.
Cocaine.
Bobby Eaton pretty well in control, at least for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Coco into the rope. Ducks under. Last Eaton. Coco bump. Coco Ware with a cover. One count is all he gets. Eaton broke out of it. Back on his feet. Coco with a forearm. Put him right back on the mat. Backs him into a corner. Drag across the ring.
Oh, there's that drop
And
kick.
with a drop kick. And another. And a cover by Coco. Count is one. Jimmy Hart gets in there, swinging a cane. He calls for the bell. Referee Paul Morton has disqualified Bobby Eaton. Coco after Hart. Bobby Eaton gets him from behind. Look out.
Oh.
Eaton with a walking
Wow,
stick.
look at
Starts
Jimmy
pounding
Hart
on
go.
Coco while Bobby Eaton's holding him up there.
Wow, what a wow.
Hart passes the stick to Bobby Eaton.
The Ghostbuster, I don't think he does it in Memphis. I think he just uses a drop kick.
Hart and Eaton both working on Coco. Here comes Robert Gibson.
I like this like vicious Jimmy Hart. Wow.
Robert chases him out of the ring and out of the wrestling area. Coco's hand raised. 7 minutes, 5 seconds. Disqualification on Eaton and Hart. So still, the championship wrestling TV champion, none other than Coco Ware, successful in his first defense.
Yeah, man, but I'll tell you, Coco, he can't win.
I can't imagine a publicly traded company would want to be connected to JCW. I mean, their content is not exactly even mildly aligned.
For losing in there. The son of a gun, he's won 2 TVs, virtually one of them, but a replacement out of the fine that Handsome Jimmy sustained. Jimmy comes out here and smashes it all to pieces, and I firmly am behind Eddie Marlin's decision
Eddie
to
Marlin.
suspend him in there because he has no respect for people or property or the TV station or the program or anything else in there. And then he gets in there, he ends up winning the match, but getting busted up all over around the thing when Hart jumps in with a cane and all that. But 2 things.
My favorite thing about the Memphis crowd, I remember that interview we watched with like one of the fans that had been going there for like forever. And she had all these, memories of all these incredible moments that she saw, live. And they asked her who was her favorite wrestlers to cheer for. And she just said the good guys. And he's like, well, what about Boo? And it was like, the bad guys. Like, that was it. That's the only thing that mattered to her.
Away from him.
That's
One,
love
he's
of the
got
game.
a TV coming if they can keep it in one piece. In
Big
there.
Vito was
And
a
the second
ratings
thing is that he
bonanza.
is still the TV champion in there is Coco Ware. What was the time?
Time on it was 7:05. 7:05.
7:05. So Coco Ware is the victor. Don't you dare go away. Well, I'll tell you what, with the action the way it's been, we're looking forward to the Tommy Rich, Bill Dundee, Guy Mitchell, Roger Kirby match. And that'll be coming up in just a few minutes. Who are here, this will be a
Damn,
non-title
13
bout,
indies.
but it will be an expiration of time and ought to be a whale of a match, too. When Bill Dundee, who just came in, and Tommy Wildfire Rich, who just
Somebody say fired up.
will be going in this expiration time match, as we said, non-title. Yeah, Tommy.
Man,
Lawler versus Brett. I haven't
Jimmy
seen that.
Valiant, you know, the guy is gone. He's gone completely.
Totally.
You know, but and Eddie Marlin, he said he suspended him. But I just got in it. And I talked to Eddie, and he said he's not suspended. He's not going to.
Sorry, my OBS dropped again for a second. Let it get back up to green. What's up, Crash'em? Or Aaron Mary? Do you want to be Crash'em or you want to be known as Aaron? Ewich Gathering at the Judge. Where is it at now? In the Ozarks?
Suspended because Valiant's got some stuff coming to him. Valiant, that's exactly what I think Valiant wants to get suspended. He wants to go back to New York or wherever his home is. And well, here's Eddie right here. I mean, you know,
I tell you, if he keeps this up, I wish he'd go back somewhere.
Lance, I'll have to admit I came out and I acted in haste. I was angry, but I'm going to grant Tommy Rich's wish.
Gang stalkers, Leo.
We're not going to suspend Handsome Jimmy until after Tommy gets a hold of him.
Well, the match.
He deserves the match, so he's going to get it. Thank you very much, Eddie.
Okay. Well, the decision being that until he completes the contract with Rich, he will not be suspended, Davey. Okay, let's go for the introduction.
This will be a match to the expiration of time. Team with the most balls to their credit when the time expires wins the match. Introducing total weight of 524 pounds on the left of your
Nature
screen.
Boy.
From Canada, Guy Mitchell. And from Hollywood, California, Nature Boy Roger Kirby. Going against him, total of 442 pounds.
Oh, wow.
From
Tommy Rich and Bill Dundee. Hell yeah.
the superstar, Bill Dundee.
See, you guys didn't know you were going to be watching the Nature Boy against old Wildfire.
And from Hendersonville, Tennessee, Tommy Rich.
You love old school wrestling? Me
To
too.
the expiration of time, referee, Paul Morton.
Okay, the Southern Tag Bells come
It's
up.
my fault, probably. There was an update, and I didn't want to risk it, so I told it to put it off. That might be the issue.
Off again. This is a non-title bout. Big Guy Mitchell going over 280 out of Canada will be starting against Tommy Wildfire Rich. And there's
Hey,
the bell.
Daninsky, do you think it's weird that, I don't know if you watch a lot of, well, I know you watch a lot of content. I don't know if you watch a lot of, like, panel content outside of the Thorposphere, but, like, it seems like people think running OBS is like this. There are people who are employed by the LOLCOW universe strictly because they know how to run OBS, and, like, that's crazy to me. It's, like, so simple to use.
Off and running on what ought to be a great expiration of time match. Roger Nature Boy Kirby and Guy Mitchell put it together to win the Southern Tag Belts.
What?
Strong team
They won the tag titles? Holy shit.
in Mitchell and Kirby.
I didn't know that. Or I
They're
forgot.
going against a strong team today. They may be facing as tough a team tag-wise as they will ever face. They may
Slick.
be facing as tough a team tag-wise as they will ever face in defense of their title. Although this is a non-title bout today. There's a tag from Mitchell to Kirby while Mitchell complains to the referee about Rich pulling his hair. Nature Boy into the ring against Wildfire. Standing side headlock, he's whipped off. Big shoulder puts Rich down. He goes under. Oh, and a backdrop. Beauty from Tommy. Tommy drops down with that knee. I was just noticing, Dave, as the referee counted there, the salt that popped up that's still in there from when Tojo Yamamoto was throwing it at Rick Morton, and Jimmy threw it at Ken Lucas in there. So still, thought we got it all out.
Exudes professionalism.
Hi, Mitchell. Tommy Rich. Mitchell whipped off by Rich. Tommy tried to do stand-up battle with him. That's tough.
Like, OBS is so easy. It literally, you just, like, if you want something to appear on the screen, you just click new video source, and then you can choose to, like, capture your screen, capture a window. Like, for this, I'm capturing the Memphis Wrestling December 6, 1980. But, like, I could have a second one set up to monitor another thing to go back and forth through seamlessly. And if you want audio, then you add an audio source. It's really easy. I never understood the issues people had with it.
Against the guy Mitchell's size, but that's the way to handle him. Guy went to the corner. He was at the wrong corner.
Oh, no, he's not even close to the first Nature Boy.
It's almost tagged Dundee.
And if he'd have been there 1 second later.
Well, hold on. Okay, you've got Buddy Rogers, Roger Kirby, Buddy Landell, Ric Flair, Paul Lee, right? The Nature Boy Paul Lee. We're missing one, I know for sure. Nature Boy. I know we're missing one. Paul Lee.
Dundee to tagged him, but not the same way.
Wow, listen to the crowd.
We got the Phi Beta Sigma silhouettes here today. They're leading the cheers over there. I can see Dundee getting into the rhythm. And look at Mitchell. From outside the ring, here comes Dundee over. Mitchell hooked the foot of Tommy Rich. Roger Kirby putting that foot to the midsection. Mitchell takes over.
Team Meth checking in. You and Bethadone come rolling in.
I saw that one. Kirby
Mystic River, the Clint Eastwood movie. What's up, newbie Pepper Girl, fighter pilot?
Give his partner a little help in that double team situation.
I feel like I saw that, but I don't think I've seen it since it came out, and I really remember almost nothing about it.
Backdrop. Look, here it comes.
Valiant and Tojo.
Tojo Yamamoto. Tojo with his shoes, sailing Rich while Valiant held him. Mitchell and Kirby over working on Superstar.
Lawrence Fishburne. Oh, man. What? Okay. There you go, Black Nature Boy.
Oh, Dundee just came flying through the top rope and the middle rope.
Kirby threw him out. Mitchell got down on him. Billy.
And, of course, the best Nature Boy is, of course, the Nature Boy, Buddy Landell, who was the 6th emote that I ever added to the chat. I don't remember that, to be honest, Aaron.
The knee. Referee Paul Morton
Cody Turbo might know.
Getting it all together. Here comes Ken Lucas, Rick Morton.
Classic Memphis brawl out.
Kirby slammed Dundee's head down into the floor.
Folks, we got to go. We will see you at the Louisville Gardens.
Gibson also thrown down there. Look out, here comes Morton out of the ring.
On the far side.
Comes Coco.
Coco Ware coming in.
Oh, look at Coco go.
Coco going after Handsome Jimmy. He's steamed up. Lucas.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, man. What a mess.
Birdman like a house of fire.
Well, the only thing I can say is we about got it back settled down. Valiant, Yamamoto, and Mitchell and Kirby, and gone out of here. Lucas and Morton, Gibson, Rich, referee Paul Morton, and Coco trying to
Coco was very upset. He wanted to watch the Colgate Comedy Hour when he got home.
to get Billy out of here. Kirby and Mitchell really roughed him up on the floor. They busted his head down into the hard studio floor. Tell you what we'd better do.
The clip of Bethadone, the one where she was shaking her ass, almost killed you. Oh, because of the way she edited it.
Well, I don't know where it is. We'll take a break and we'll find out where we are, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. I've got some action to go here on Channel 3's Championship Wrestling. Pay particular attention to this final match. It'll be coming up in just a moment. A gentleman who has a particular interest.
We still got
in
one match
himself, and
left.
it took place.
Oh,
with
look
Bill
at this. What a noble gentleman.
Superstar Dundee. How's the neck, Bill?
Pretty good, Lance. I'd just like to say this to Roger Kirby and Guy Mitchell. I may be on the sidelines right now, but today I'm better. Wherever it is, I'm going to be standing beside you in the ring, and you're not going to know until it happens, and that's a promise. Thank you, Lance.
Okay, Billy, good luck to you, and I hope you get better here. And Tuesday night, Bill won't be there, but here are two guys that will. Tommy, Wildfire Rich, Coco
Somebody
Ware.
say fired up. Well, I'll warn, if you're here for the afternoon stream, I'll warn you, because I'm going to play it there too, so that people have a second chance to see it.
You know, Lance, I won't be able to hurry up and get well. You know, there's a whole lot of things, a whole lot of people trying to make a reputation for themselves, seems like. And now then, you know,
Thumbnail.
Superstar myself, we started a job on
Tiny
Valiant and
scuffed
Tojo
Elvis.
Yamamoto. And so, you know, Superstar got hurt. They told me to pick a partner to get me. The promoter said I could get anybody I wanted. So I decided who's the best, who would want Jimmy Valiant and Tojo as bad as I do. And here's a man that's got as much reason for him as I do. You know, he's got 2 TV smash, the biggest thing that ever happened to him. He won the television title right there on TV, and Valiant come out and smashed his TV. Valiant, you shoved my mother down and you're calling her names now. So I'm coming to Louisville, man. And every time I get a
Oh,
chance,
remember his mom came out and turned him babyface, remember? She was like, this isn't the Tommy that I know, and she ran down why he was acting up, and then he had that real emotional babyface turn.
Valiant, every time you're going to get to where you're...
Thank you, Bob Brown, for the fortune cookie. We've had a lot of fortune cookie synchronicities the last couple days. Thank you, Bob Brown. I appreciate that, man. That's go right into the dispensary liquor store fund.
scared. You're going to be looking behind your back.
3 weeks from today, I will take that fortune cookie money to the weed store.
Is Tommy Rich there? Is Coco Ware
Thank
there?
you, Bob.
We're going to show you what black and white's all about. We're going to show you what togetherness is, man.
We're going to show you what black and white is all about.
Pulling it all together right there, and we're coming to Louisville, and we're coming for one thing. We're coming to put a beating on y'all like you never had before, Valiant and Tojo.
I think everybody probably has already seen, Coco, what happened again with Valiant and that busting up another TV.
I feel like the fortune cookie has a good graphic to it, too. I feel like it's actually better than some of the ones that cost more jewels.
On the show today, they haven't seen what Mitchell and Kirby did to go Dundee, but I know you're glad for a change.
You know, Lance, like
Coco looks great with this shirt on.
I said, I want to be Tommy's partner. We're going to do it our best to bust that Jimmy Valiant, that Tojo head open, because Valiant, I'm after you.
I'm going to bust Tojo head open.
100%, bro.
Tuesday night.
Louisville, you ain't kidding.
Always try to bring you some of the finest and most interesting matches. I'll tell you what we'd like to do. We'd like right now to join a match that is already in progress, and we'll take a look at it. We'll be back with some comments right after it's over with. In the corner, Irwin.
Head bustle. Yep.
Now spins out to the center of the ring and ties it up with Fergie. Carl rolls it over. Takes him with that arm.
Really? After we've seen so many, you know, star-studded matches, we get a Carl Fergie main event.
Pops him down in the center of the ring. You can see Irwin going for the hair in there. He figured he didn't have anything to lose. He already had Fergie on top and in control. The referee broke it up, and now Irwin hooks the arm around.
Live resin? Oh, God, I don't know.
Carl puts a little more pressure to nail him back on the mat.
I love live sand.
Carl Fergie hanging on to that arm in a bar, and Irwin trying to figure himself out how to get out of it. He had a handful of hair, and Fergie just stood up.
Yeah, I was going to say, my suggestion was going to be to smoke it off of a nail, but it looks like you can. It looks like you can do that, according to AI. Or do you have like nothing?
And he's back in control again.
Can you? Will it get it hot enough on a if you smoke it off of like aluminum foil?
4.5 minutes passed in this one fall 10-minute time limit bout.
You know who could help us on this is the Heathen. Is he still in here?
All of the matches are the 10-minute variety because there are so many matches on this big card out of Rupp Arena tonight. 8, including a 10-man tag match. Irwin about to make this an X-rated wrestling show as he grabbed the tights.
Wow.
Crisscross, reverse, beauty. But Irwin kicked him out pretty. Leapfrog, takes him over. What a move by Fergie. Snaps that arm and bars it, and look at Irwin kicking. 5 minutes past, 5 minutes to wrestle. Irwin being moved back by the Fergie, and what a shame. He really had things going his way with Irwin. Super moves out of both wrestlers, but Fergie ended up with the final and last one. Irwin then slipped to the ropes, and that called for a break.
He said I think he said Linda wanted him to kind of cool down on the agitating the police, so maybe his blood pressure will go down a little bit. Although Harvey did make a video about his unlawful detainment. That might fire him up.
Dan pounds Fergie's head into the top turnbuckle. Underneath the ropes, the referee should break it, and he is.
Come on, Paul. Oh, my God.
Oh, there's that big foot of Irwin's. He snaps Carl into that top turnbuckle. He really gave him a hard way to go. Over the shoulder and down. He married him on the deck and then popped him with that forearm. Again, Irwin using the turnbuckle, and Fergie scores a shot of his own.
Well, you know what they say, Heathen? Sometimes I think it's like discretion is sometimes the better form of valor or whatever. Like, you know, if you don't want to keel over it, you know.
Irwin picks the big guy up. He power slams him. He nailed him hard, and Irwin now on the rope. Fergie all the way across the ring, and he drops on him with that big elbow.
Foyle seems
3
unhealthy.
minutes to wrestle. 3 minutes.
I was just thinking, like, because she doesn't have anything else to, she just wants to get high. So, I mean, I was just trying to think of any potential. I don't know if you can get the live resin hot enough like that or not.
Carl Fergie's foot up over the rope, and a referee broke it up for this Irwin. Oh, man. He
What's up,
fell
Mike Copley?
straight down. Nailed his head on the mat. Fergie has a chance if he can just get it together. Irwin was going to put the headbutt to him. Fergie rolled out of the way. Irwin just fell straight into the mat on his head. Carl with a forearm.
Oh!
Irwin fired him up.
Wow.
Irwin,
Man, he just sack a shit at him right over the top.
Irwin fired him up over the ropes. That's going to be it. Yep.
Oh, wow.
7 minutes, 54 seconds. The winner by disqualification, Carl Fergie, 7:54. The winner, Carl Fergie.
What's up, Logan?
Over the top rope. Bill Irwin. He didn't jump. The referee called and said it was disqualification out there. Irwin trying to say that Carl Fergie jumped over the top rope. Nope. It's official. Disqualification, 7:50.
He literally fucking body slammed him over the top, and he's like, "Oh no, listen, ref." He jumped over.
For the winner, Carl Fergie. We got more action on Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, that was me, Heathen. I was trying to help Corndog in the chat. She had some live resin, but didn't have any way to smoke it, so I was just like brainstorming ideas.
We'll be back to it in a moment.
Had all kind of action here today, Dave. A lot of it I wish we hadn't had, yeah. But we did have a great championship wrestling here today.
Yes, we did. Jimmy Valiant, Tojo Yamamoto defeated Ken Lucas and Rick Morton in the 2 out of 3 fall match, 2 falls to 1. Coco Ware over Bobby Eaton by disqualification. Tommy Rich and Bill Dundee by disqualification over Guy Mitchell and Roger Kirby. Those were the official winners of the matches today.
Yeah, by golly, I'll tell you what, I enjoyed it all. I
Boy,
started
I
to see Coco
guess.
take the kind of abuse that he did, and I'm glad he's still got his title, and by golly, I'll tell you what, he'll have his TV for a fact, too.
What's
We'll
up,
be
Mac
looking
and
for you
Cheese?
around about next week time. With more of the roughest, toughest wrestling anywhere comes that way. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
Heathen said he used to watch Gino
The announcers on
Hernandez.
this program are selected.
Oh, look who's back. I don't know if you saw it or not.
Yellow again, everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside, ready to go. Another one, big one, Championship Wrestling. We've got a couple of special announcements. We'll get to that in a moment. David, how about our card today?
Opening match today, single match. The Big Angel from Portland, Oregon, going to be in here in a single match against Carl Fergie. Then comes a special match. This one will be 2 out of...
Who's more Boyd? What do you mean by more Boyd? I mean, McHenry is more Boyd in the sense that, like, lives an unusual internet life, whereas the Heathen kind of lives just a regular, he lives his own life out in the real world and just posts about it. Does that make sense? So I would say McHenry is more Boyd, but only in the sense that, like, his lifestyle is more Boyd.
3 falls. There will be a 45-minute time limit on it, but a no disqualification match. And in this one, Ken Lucas and Rick Morton will be going against Jimmy Valiant and Tojo Yamamoto. Not only that, we do have a standby match, depending on the time situation. Tommy Rich, Coco Ware standing by to take on Roger Kirby and Guy Mitchell. That's one of those that if there is time, because again, there is a 45-minute time limit on the Valiant, Tojo, Lucas, and Rick Morton.
I like
Hope we have
Abdullah.
time for that, too. That'll be a dynamite match indeed. To see
Abdullah.
the Southern Tag Team Champs put their belts up in a non-title match against Tommy and Coco. We'll just have to wait and see about that. Plus the fact, Dave, that today we've got something else that I think is going to be most interesting. I have had, I guess, a jillion questions pertaining to Jerry the King Lawler. When's he going to get back and so forth.
They really couldn't be more polar opposite, because I can never imagine McHenry confronting anyone about anything in person or even having like the gumption to like talk to another person outside of like a hushed, or I guess what's the song, Careless Whisper, for the Careless Whisper.
Okay, the time is near. Jerry will be here with us today. He will make the announcement about when his first match is going to be. And by the way, it is a most
this is December 13th, 1980. The previous week was the previous week. The previous show was the previous week, December 13th or December 6th. Now it's December 13th, 1980.
unusual match. I am sure that you can well imagine that he's got Jimmy Hart right up on top of his priority list in there. But the match is going to be against an opponent of Hart's selection. And then if Jerry takes care of that opponent, then he's going to get 5 minutes with Jimmy Hart in the ring, and that's what he wants. We'll have more about that and all of it. We better get started. You stay right where you are. Call a friend. Championship Wrestling a buzzing today, and we'll be back with the first of our return grudge matches on TV ever with Ken Lucas, Rick
That's
Morton,
why he keeps
going
banning
against
me,
Handsome Jimmy and Tojo
or
in just a
whatever,
moment.
timing me out.
Tom. I heard you already in the ring. Really an outstanding wrestler. We love to see Carl wrestle because he is such a professional. Jerry Calhoun in the ring. Here comes Jimmy Hart.
Jerry Lawler's cousin. He comes back in the later 80s with like a real over-the-top King Carl Fergie gimmick that I thought was funny. He's part of some, I think Downtown Bruno, he's part of his big crew of people. Or was he with J.D. Costello? Was he part of the Boy Tony crew? Or I think he might have been later than that.
Leader with a big angel out of Portland, Oregon, and Jimmy coming around for what purpose, Jimmy?
Let me tell you something, Lance Russell. I have never been more serious in my life than I'm standing out here telling you today. Everybody knows that Jerry Lawler wants Jimmy Hart.
Yes, sir.
Everybody.
So do you.
Well, let me just tell you something, okay? I have gone out, and I've signed the meanest man in professional wrestling, the Angel, in the new Southern Heavyweight title. See, I'm so right now. I don't know. I'm just telling you right now, one thing. I've just signed Kirby and Mitchell, and I've signed the Angel. Jerry Lawler, I know you want me. You have got the chance of your lifetime right now, Lawler, and that's to walk through those doors and shake my hand and patch this thing up. Because I promise you, if it takes every penny.
Okay, so we're about a year-ish away from Kaufman, and then we're about 2 years-ish away from Cornette making his debut.
That I can scrape up. If it takes
A little bit
everything
less.
I do, Lawler, I'll swear on a Bible, I swear on my mother's life right now. If you want to patch this thing up...
But that's when he appeared, like, live at a show. I think he cut, like, vignettes before he came in, so he may be in much earlier than that, like, as far as seeing him on the
Let's
show.
do it, baby, because if you don't, you will never wrestle again. And I promise you that. You will never get in that ring again because I promise you I will put you out of professional wrestling forever. You understand? Now, he's got a chance to come out here right now if he wants to and shake my hand, baby, and it's over. But if not, his career will be over.
Yeah, I hear you, Jimmy. Well, you can figure you got about 2 chances, like the old saying is, slim and none of his come out of here and shaking your hand. Jimmy Hart offering Lawler the opportunity to make up with him and all of that. Okay, Dave, let's get ready for this opening bout.
One fall, 15-minute time limit match introducing...
I thought the plan with the motorcycle was that Joey wanted to ride it, but then the Heathen was kind of reticent about that because he was concerned that he might hurt himself. What if Jimmy Hart was Luke West's dad? No, he'd have more, you know what I mean? He'd have more drive if he was related to Jimmy.
Oregon,
Jimmy's still out there hustling in his 80s. Luke West given up at 26 or however old he is.
250 pounds on the left, the Angel.
I think I'm going to do a final episode on Doomer Dossier and wrap up that series. I don't really see a future in what he's doing right now. Maybe down the road we can catch up with him again, but I think I'm ready to close the book on Luke West. And I know what I want the last episode to be.
And on the right of the screen, from Atlanta, Georgia, 228 pounds, Carl Fergie, 1 fall, 15
Be careful
minute
out
time
there,
limit
it's me.
match. The referee, Jerry Calhoun.
Gonna be hard out of the ring, but still strong.
Oh, yeah, Chat's big Tojo fan. They love him.
Opening of the bout, Dave.
They
and
love
the
him.
Angel started out nailing him with that big glove he's got on.
Fergie whipped across the ring. The Angel with a boot. Going with a claw. Got that big glove on the controversial.
Do you think when Paul Morton, who's the current bald-headed referee, do you think when the Angel transitioned into becoming a referee that they had to get rid of Paul Morton? Like, you can only have one bald ref per territory?
Of 2 on a right hand. Fergie with a right hand. Trying to battle his way out of it. The Angel hanging on.
Well, you know how Joey is. We don't need a father-son duel down at the Robles dojo.
Fergie finally broke it. Angel right back on it.
I'll regret selling it. I don't think so. He may get bigger. I won't deny that. But I mean, like, I moved on from people that went on to be much bigger than him. Lindsay Valandry, I'd be getting shit ton of views. She's really popped off. He's just not there. It's been literally months since he's put anything like even remotely interesting out. It's time to, just like I passed the reins like for the Thorpes and Ruby and all them to whoever's carrying that torch now, like it's time for a new, maybe you could start A-logging, Luke.
Grabs him again, top of the head.
Art Piper over at ringside.
You're scared of Joey? Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but I do remember one time I don't remember if you said you got into a fight with him or that you specifically did not want to get into a fight with him, but I remember that.
Doing the cheerleading. And
That's
all.
why
He's
Harvey
screaming
won't
at the
meet
Angel,
up with
"Keep
him
it
at the
up, keep it
dojo.
up." He's given up. He's given up. Carl Fergie, long way from that, Dave. He's battling back, trying to.
He's not giving up at all. His right hand again. Angel's got him back.
I'll see you later, Virginia. You love Home Depot trips? Me too. I wonder what they have there for. They might only have like name brand soda. I don't know. It seems like a lot of the home repair and like Tractor Supply stores and your more rural appealing stores tend to have like a lot of craft sodas.
Back on the ropes, referee Jerry Calhoun's going to require a break back there. Whoa, Angel shoves the referee down. Calhoun again, trying to get the Angel to break on the ropes, and again,
Well,
Jerry
that's got to
Calhoun
be
is
it.
pushed down.
That's going to be it.
Yes, sir. He calls for the bell to be rung. Disqualification on the Angel, and certainly a good decision by the referee. The Angel not breaking the hold, though. He's still got Carl Fergie pinned over on the apron.
Come on, ref.
He's got that big right hand on top of
Where the hell's Eddie Marlin at?
Fergie's forehead. Calhoun's still trying to get him broken up. He's telling Hart now. They can break it. Here comes Rick Morton, Ken Lucas. The Angel gets out of the ring as they appear.
That's true, Heathen. Have you ever considered that you might not be able to keep up if you go blow for blow, so to speak, but you can use your, being a dojo veteran and, a lot of the, you can maybe fight smarter, not harder.
The official verdict went the other way, though, Dave.
Carl Fergie gets the win. That's right. Time on it, 1:23, 123. Disqualification on the
He really works 58 hours a week? Wow.
Angel.
Big, powerful Angel started right out by nailing Carl right in the back of the neck with that gloved right hand that he says is for support, where he injured in an accident. And Rick Morton and Ken Lucas helping him out. Carl does get his hand raised on the disqualification. So, in the opening bout, we didn't have very long of it. There's lots of action in there, but we've got plenty more to come. We've got that big return match that'll be coming up here. Our TV return match with Ken Lucas and Rick Morton going against Valiant and Yamamoto. All of that action right after we take time out. We'll be back to to talk
You taught
with
him
the
too
King about
well.
his future plans. To talk
Man,
with
that's
the
an
King
epic
about his future
comb over.
plans.
Man, what a beaut. Wow.
Back to Wave Country's Championship Wrestling coming up in just a moment. Do want to remind you, Tuesday night, man, a complete card which we'll give you a little later. 2 big main event matches. Handsome Jimmy Valiant, Tojo Yamamoto face Tommy Wildfire Rich and Coco
Is that Nature Boy Roger Kirby?
Ware in a return match. And then it's going to be Big Guy Mitchell and Roger Kirby, the AWA Southern Tag Champions, facing Bill Dundee and Rick Morton in the Louisville Gardens. Before we get into anything, I want to mention that this hole that you and Roger Kirby have used already put 3 or 4 people out. It looks like it's a whale of a lot more
Listen,
dangerous
Mr.
than the
TV
pile
announcer,
driver.
what I would like to say to you, I really don't care what you think. I don't care what most promoters think. All I'm doing is stepping into the ring with my partner here, and we are showing these people what wrestling is all about. Remember, if you cannot take it, get out. That's simple. You understand? What is your name?
I understand.
I'm really not interested.
What's
But
your
what I
name?
would like to say, we are going to cripple many wrestlers. We are going to hurt many wrestlers. The idea, it says professional wrestling on the marquee outside.
That's right, professional wrestling.
Mr. Kirby and I do not rely on punching, kicking, eye gouging, or whatever. We are wrestlers, we are tough, and we are going to prove to those people in this area what wrestling is all about. And then a little wrestler come in by the name of Dundee, sticking his nose into our business. He kept jumping into the ring because we hurt him. We hurt him. We made a mistake. He came back, Lance. He came back.
That's right, he'll be back Tuesday night.
This was his mistake. You know,
As long as he doesn't punch that guy's taxi.
when he come back, this is his mistake because now we're going to have to cripple him again. You know, people say we brag and boast. And,
Nature Boy.
You know, well, maybe we do, but we're the champions. So
You're the champions, there's no doubt about that, but
But as
Dundee's
I
got a
said,
long memory.
He has got a partner because we hurt his other partner. But we will destroy. We will
Tuesday night,
hurt. We
you'll
will
see 'em.
defeat these men.
Big
Uh-oh.
return match coming up in just a moment with Lucas and Morton against Valiant and Tojo, but standing here, no identification necessary. The King out here. Jerry, thank you for coming out here. We told him at the very opening of the program, big news.
This is a very Dorunda style shirt, man. It is absolutely skin tight.
Today, you're going to be telling us about the official plans for your doctor release and when you can officially get back into action in there. And I already mentioned the unusual bout that will be your opener in there.
Well, this is the day, Lance, that I've been waiting for almost 11 months now. It was February the 3rd when I broke my leg, and I came out here several times and then trips back and forth to the doctor, and I'm
Now he's still alive. He's had a few pretty bad health crises, but he's still hanging in there. I think he's done wrestling now. I don't know if he actually got like a goodbye match or whatever.
glad to get rid of me. You know, I've been driving him crazy. When can I start? When can I start? So he has finally given me the release date of, he said, you can start back any time after Christmas. So I said, the day after, or the week after Christmas, that's when I'll be starting.
Right.
And I've had, you know, I've tried my leg, tested it out in a couple of towns here and there, and it's feeling really good. And so this will be the first time I'll try any single matches, and I'm just really looking forward to it. And like you said, I couldn't be more pleased with the match that I was
the gang stalkers moving the antenna, causing all these problems.
Able to sign. Naturally, when I went to Eddie Marlin and the promotion, I said I would like my first match to be against Jimmy Hart.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, well, but they couldn't seem to get Hart's name on the contract.
Yeah.
So what they were able to do, Hart made a counteroffer, and he said, well, anyway, the gist of it, the match that we've got signed is, I'll wrestle an opponent of Hart's choosing. Anybody that he chooses, I don't care who it is. If I win, then right after the match, I get minutes alone with Jimmy Hart, with no referee in the ring, just me and Jimmy Hart.
Well, you hear the reaction of the people from it. Jerry, I got to say this. You already busted Hart's jaw a couple of times. I would think that would be sufficient.
Well, you would think that, but I don't think that. Let me just explain something to you.
And it's hard to put into words the feeling that I had with this guy. You know, at one time we were closest friends, and I think I really feel like that if you don't really care about somebody, if you don't really care for someone, there's no way you have to love somebody to be able to hate them. In other words, if I didn't really care about Jimmy Hart, what he did wouldn't have made that much difference, because it wouldn't have hurt me. It wouldn't have mattered that much. But I did care about him. We were friends. I did it. I'm not trying to sound like a big shot or anything, but I did a lot for Jimmy Hart. He was singing in a bunch of local clubs around town trying to make a living.
Oh, listen to him. He was singing in some local clubs, and Jerry Lawler came around and made Jimmy Hart. He was already like a big music star.
I took him under my wing, and
Didn't he say like he was making enough money off of that one song that it let him like kind of pursue his dream of being in wrestling?
Took him out and put him in the wrestling business, which there's a lot of guys that would give their right arm to be in this business. It can be a lucrative business, and it has been for Jimmy Hart. It has been for me, and I feel like I gave him the opportunity of his life. And one day I went out and played.
What do you mean? This is exactly what you want from an Eric McHenry video on the last day of the month. I discussed that today is the last day of July 2026, and August starts tomorrow. That's perfect. What do you mean?
A football game.
I look forward to seeing it approximately 8 to 10 years from now when we get caught up.
I broke my leg, and I just wanted to refresh your memory, mine, and everybody else's. I brought the piece of tape. Now, this is what happened. I broke my leg on a Sunday. Now, I waited, Sunday afternoon, the Channel 5 news people, all the TV news people were there. It was in the newspapers, but I didn't get a call from Jimmy Hart all that evening. I couldn't understand it. The next day's Monday. They had a match.
So the drought, I think, is about to come to an end. Lawler's coming back the day after Christmas, so 2 weeks, I think, right? Yeah, so he'll be at a show in 13 days, but he'll be back on TV hopefully 2 weeks from now.
No call from Jimmy Hart. All week long I'm expecting. I tried to get in touch with him. They kept saying he's out, he's not in. All week long no call from Jimmy Hart, so the next week I'm lying there in the hospital bed.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I've read that like he had enough money to do pretty much like whatever he could kind of just chill and pursue his dreams.
If you roll that film, this is what I saw from Jimmy Hart. Now this will let you know. This will let you know why I'm not content.
In the fact that Lawler did break his leg. He broke both bones about 6 inches below the knee in the right leg, and
4 kilos.
A major event. Now, I don't think any of us deny, maybe this man will deny, about the tactics that Lawler uses and that sort of thing, but still, he did break his leg. It was an unfortunate thing, and as obviously a great wrestler in the background. We've asked Jimmy, who long before he became the manager, as a matter of fact, was probably Lawler's closest friend and confidant. He was at ringside before he ever became a manager because of his genuine interest in there. We've called him a cheerleader because he's there rooting Lawler on, of course, in the role of manager. He has been more active, if you know what I mean, in the campaign of Lawler, but nobody, I think, is any closer to Jerry. And regardless of what our personal feelings on it, we wanted to go to, so to speak, the horse's mouth and find out from Jerry's closest friend what the conditions of Jerry Lawler and his broken leg, Jimmy.
Are you finally through? Are you through? It's right. Jerry Lawler broke his leg. Big deal, man. Big deal. You know who broke his leg? I'm telling everybody. Jerry Calhoun, baby.
Jerry Calhoun.
Broke the man's leg. But listen, I don't want to talk about that anymore. Let me ask you something, man. If you have a prize racehorse, a thoroughbred, a champion, and he breaks his leg, what do you do to him? What do you do to him, lad?
Okay.
You shoot him, right? Jerry Lawler is no good to me anymore. He can't make me any more money, baby. He can't make me any more money. The future is now. He's on you.
Art,
so listen, don't ever talk about him in front of me again. You understand that? I'm serious.
I am not believing what I
Well, I don't care whether you want to believe it or not, but this is the future, baby, and Jimmy Hart's here and Jerry Lawler's not, okay?
Transport weed?
You hear those plastic words?
Yeah.
Jimmy Hart's here and Jerry Lawler's not. Well, let me tell Jimmy Hart something. I am here now. And he can make all the threats he wants to. He can tell the people that I will never start back. He can go get Roger Kirby and Mitchell and Eaton, and he can go back and get Ellering, but I don't care who he gets.
It could be the same crown, because we've watched documentaries and like tours of his house, and he kept like everything. So he had all of his like robes, all of his crowns, all that kind of shit. What's up, Speedy's grandma?
Go through them, and I'm going to get to Jimmy Hart. Because I'm not going to be content until I put Jimmy Hart out of the wrestling business. I was the man responsible for getting him in, and I'm going to be responsible for getting him out. That's as simple as that. He can, you know, I don't care who he gets. I don't care who that first is going to be.
Who's he going to get?
Jimmy Hart.
Speaking of Jimmy Hart. Well, at least he knows what he's got in store for him. He said he knows you're going to whip him, Jerry, but you'll have your opportunity after the first match, and you get
I'll tell you what, Lance, it's too good to be true. We'll take
hey, no, come on, hey, no.
Come on, King. Oh, he went right at him.
Lawler in the ring with Hart, and Hart went after him. Hart was following. Oh, here comes Bobby. The Angel. Lawler in there dusting some noggins. Well, there's something we waited a long time to see. The King back at it. Here comes Mitchell and Kirby.
Oh, this is awesome.
Mitchell, Kirby, the Angels, Lawler, man-possessed.
Man-possessed.
11 months of having a chance and brooding and thinking about Jimmy Hart.
Not his leg.
They've got him surrounded now. 4 of them with the King in there.
Hey, Yanni.
Let's get it broken up, see if we can get.
Yoni.
Here comes,
who's this guy? Where's Daninsky? He would love this guy. Worked 45 minutes, made a cool hundo. Hell yeah. Sounds good, Dave.
Lawler trying to battle away from the 4.
Daninsky should love this guy with the mask on.
Somebody else with a ball back. Here's Carl Fergie, Jerry's cousin.
Oh, I like that they said it was his cousin.
Lawler's got that ball back now.
You got it, Carl.
Parting gesture. Mitchell throws a chair in, but I don't see him hanging around. Everybody's standing on the outside. Of course, Lawler with that ball bat and Carl Fergie with a chair. Boy, a friend indeed was Carl Fergie.
The hell's his name?
Mitchell making an effort at getting back, but a half-heartedly. Lawler took care of that.
Who's the mask guy?
Eddie Marlin, promoter, trying to get these guys out of the studio. Fergie standing.
I'll be right back. Daninsky loves this mask. I was going to say.
And that's pretty typical of what you might have expected out of Jimmy Hart. He's out here.
Let me just say this. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to hang on to this. And after that first match, Hart, I'm going to shove this you know where, baby.
Okay, it'll be after Christmas, that first match official. That's when the official release date will be. The King, he'll be back in action, and so will we after we take time out for this. Hart out here.
Listen, don't worry about Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart's jaw is hurting him right now, and I'm going to do all the talking. He called me in. He paid me good money, and I promise you, Mr. Hart, I promise you that Jerry Lawler, you will never wrestle again because the Dream Machine, 275 pounds of natural brown-eyed, sugar-coated, sweet-loving, hugging soul. You hear me talking to you?
Mr. Jimmy Hart, you don't have to worry about nothing. With the money you give me, with the money you paid me, Jerry Lawler, you will never wrestle again. I am not here to wrestle. I want
Oh,
to tell
no
all the people
way.
here that I
Shit.
am not here to wrestle. Not here.
Sorry, I gotta see this whole thing. Oh, by the way, I got tired of going to the gas station for those 7 days croissants, so I bought a factory case of these. So it was like 4 of these multi-packs. But I'm very croissant secure right now.
Hard out here.
Listen, don't worry about Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart's jaw is hurting him right now, and I'm going to do all the talking. He called me in. He paid me good
He
money.
just looks like a Klan guy.
Man, I promise you, Mr. Hart, I promise you, that Jerry Lawler, you will never wrestle again because the Dream Machine, 275 pounds of natural brown-eyed, sugar-coated, sweet-loving, hugging soul. You hear me talking to you? Mr. Jimmy Hart, you don't have to worry about...
That's Dream Machine? He looks different. I don't remember seeing pictures of him with this mask on.
With the money you give me, with the money you paid me, Jerry Lawler, you will never wrestle again. I am not here to wrestle. I want to tell all the people here that I am not here to wrestle. I am here to break his leg if I have to use a baseball bat.
Yeah, I noticed.
If I have to use a baseball bat or these big powerful arms, no matter how I have to do it, Jerry Lawler, you will never wrestle again.
Well, you may have bitten off more than you can chew. I don't care what kind of money Hart paid you in there because obviously Lawler is pretty well able to take care of himself.
He ain't, listen, man.
Yeah,
listen,
that's who it is.
Walked the barbed wire fence 32,000 miles barefooted. I ain't steal stone cake. Sat lightning when Fred picked up the blue Guinea rock caught 9,000 buckshot. You don't have to worry about nothing. As long as I've got that mean green in my hand, Jerry Lawler, you never wrestle Carl Fergie, all these country bunkers. If you want to stick your nose in, you'll just take what follows. He has to suffer the consequences because my main man right here paid me good money. Jerry Lawler's leg will be re-broke. Do you hear what I'm saying?
I hear the Dream Machine. Obviously, Lawler didn't want to shake hands with you, Jimmy. So you got
Yeah, I guess I haven't really seen him wrestle much. I had heard a lot about him, but I think the pictures I remember seeing was just him in like a plain yellow mask, but there's a bunch of pictures of, this is a crazy picture here. Austin Idol, Dutch Mantel, the Dream Machine, Jimmy Hart. But yeah, I guess I just wasn't familiar enough with him to recognize him.
Talk to me because I told you that my man's jaw is hurting. You seen the Texas of Jerry Lawler tried to break his jaw again?
Yeah.
There ain't no way.
Okay.
Revolting Blob.
The Dream Machine. That's Jimmy Hart's latest assassin that he's got in here, and obviously using a ball bat, he must be plenty afraid of Lawler.
What's up,
Let's go back
Jason?
to Dave, and we're ready to go with our big return.
You're glad I got the croissants? Me too.
Third grudge match coming up here. Boy, don't go anywhere. It's going to be 2 out of 3 falls.
Plus, at the gas station, for one croissant, it's $2 and something, but you can get an entire case, which is 16 croissants for $12 from Amazon.
45 minutes to be the overall time limit on it, and there is no disqualification. That's one of the stipulations of the match, no disqualification. And again, it will be a 45-minute time limit match. Looks like everybody's in the ring with official
Dutch
introductions at a total weight of 469 pounds on the left of your screen. From New York City, handsome Jimmy Valiant. From Japan,
Rematch.
Tojo Yamamoto. Going against him at a total of 414 pounds. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Ken Lucas. And from Nashville, Tennessee, Rick Morton. 2 out of 3 falls. 45-minute time limit. No.
Oh, thanks, Jason. We watch Memphis every Friday morning, and we watch XPW every Tuesday morning, and then we watch Modern JCW on Wednesday mornings. I'm stream every day, but those are the only locked-in wrestling days.
No disqualification. The referee, Jerry Calhoun.
Well, these are so good, these 7 days. They're much better than the other brands you can get at the store, like the ones that are pre-packaged, I mean. But it says that they're made in Slovakia, and that's really how does that work? They literally make the croissants in Slovakia and then ship them over? Like, how much profit is there in soft baked croissants? Do they put them on like a boat? They have to be boated over?
Let me tell you, Lucas and Morton are ready. Talking about they got a no DQ. Lucas and Morton. Sharing some soup. Kenny Lucas is as good as there is.
No, I didn't see those. They're a limited edition. I'm trying to think of where I would even be able to find those. Maybe at a gas station?
Yes, sir. He is a matter of
No,
fact.
like big stores around here carry Bimbo stuff, even though Bimbo's like a massive bakery. Also, a synchronicity, Aphrodite Rose Starfire had an arc where she drove a Bimbo bread truck.
He said he is a street fighter. He grew up that way. He doesn't mind using it if he has to.
Boy, Kenny really wired and ready to go today, and Rick Morton over there saying, pour it to him. Tojo back, getting some advice and counsel.
Hispanic stores, though. Well, I don't know.
Handsome Jimmy.
No, I think there's a, like, Filipino. Is that Asian or Hispanic? But there really are. There's hardly anywhere to get Bimbo stuff around here. I did one review, I think, for it, and I found that for a Bimbo product, and I found that at Circle K.
Well, the only total
Luke West
conclusion
gas
I can
station.
make is that,
I don't want a
he
knife
got
pulled on me.
from Neptune or somewhere and just flip these wigs.
Plus, I just want to use my
Handsome
coffee
Jimmy.
card.
Says, now he says, let me get in there and take over. Handsome Jimmy comes storming in. Lucas waiting on him. He's telling the referee to make Lucas open up his fist in there.
Yeah, you can still get Wonder Bread here. In fact, they just expanded a couple years ago, I think, out into like Little Debbie type products.
Crowd going with it. Handsome Jimmy and Tojo. Getting back a little bit of what they dished out in their first
Kenny
round.
Bolin.
This is most unusual return TV tag match.
I'm still thinking about the guy that taught the pool tricks yesterday, too.
Lucas and Morton against Valiant and Tojo.
Wait a minute, baby, wait a minute.
Handsome Jimmy saying, woo, slow everything down. It's all moving too fast. And he ain't seen nothing yet. There's a tag on Rick Morton. Good double team, Lucas and Morton. Handsome Jimmy.
I was going to say, I thought it was more Asian.
Catches him to the midsection.
There's probably Hispanic stores if I drove to a bigger city.
Jimmy trying to go with a big foot. Rick caught it. Putting.
Well, the AI, I feel like, is giving me false information. It's saying he's 5'8". There's no way he's 5'8", right?
Down, but he gets the tag off to Tojo. And Rick Morton standing waiting on him. Lucas and Morton ready, willing, and proving that they are able against Yamamoto and a Handsome Jimmy. Tojo taking a look at Rick. Now moves in, eyes up.
There are a few places that list him at 5'5", but I don't know. I don't even know if he really seems like he's 5'5".
Gives him a chop, and Rick comes back swinging that right hand. They undoubtedly.
I'm getting a P.O. box.
Fired up
I'll
and
get.
ready to return
I had
anything
one when I was a
inside.
Twitch streamer, but then I let it lapse
And a little
when I
bit
got
more.
banned for 4 years.
Morton and Lucas are. Whip across the rope. Nice hip toss. Took him over. There's the cover.
Oh, Hostess
but
fruit
Tojo's
pies,
out
yeah.
of it. Morton.
I need to do a taste test for those McDonald's ones if they still have them, like the deep fried ones.
Tags out to Lucas.
Good move by Rick Morton there as Tojo was in the corner. Rick didn't get trapped in there where Tojo could get to him with a chop. He fired him across the way.
Oh, look at Ken. Luca.
Yeah, I liked it.
In the midsection.
Beth did not like it.
This is the first ball. Best 2 out of 3, 45-minute no disqualification.
Or actually, I think she said she wasn't going to even try it because she hated the base cotton candy so much that she didn't even try it, I think.
Drops with the elbow on handsome Jimmy. Plants that hip, takes him up and over. Bangs him down into the canvas. Morton Lucas off to a roaring start against handsome Jimmy and Tojo, and there's the tag on Kenny. Kenny put him straight up in the air with that knee coming down. Goes into an arm bar.
We're 4 minutes, 45 seconds into it. Remember, the long time limit, 45 minutes on this one.
First ball of action. Uh-oh. Boy, that was so quick. Dave, I missed it. Tojo must have hit him with that shoe.
He did.
Oh,
He
saw him throw it down, but I missed it.
He popped him in the back as he was on the rope.
Yamamoto with valiant holding. Chops him in the midsection. There he goes with that toe jammed into Morton's midsection. Big chop puts Rick on the canvas. Tag on handsome Jimmy. Crowd hollering, "Go, Rick, go!" Jimmy unlaces his boots with that elbow. Ken Lucas grabbed a hold of his leg and just jerked him right up in the air off of Morton.
What was that? Botched shoulder tackle.
Blistering away at Morton, but look at Rick. Big tag.
Oh, there you go. The Ricky Morton hot tag.
But look at Rick. Big tag on Ken Lucas.
Wow.
Yamamoto bowled over by Lucas. Tag on Morton, a flying press. Lucas goes after Bannister.
Whoa, buddy. Wow.
All right. First ball. Morton and Lucas, who really wanted this one, Dave, wanted the return, felt like that it was theirs and they deserved
Wow,
it.
pinfall
Come up
win.
in the first ball of action, and that flying press out of Rick Morton, and a lot of assistance from Lucas keeping Valiant out of there, and the win goes to Lucas and Morton. What kind of
Time on
time?
it was 6 minutes, 29 seconds. 6:29.
29. Big first ball win goes to Ken Lucas and Rick Morton over handsome Jimmy and Tojo. We've got more action. We'll be back to
Against
it
your
in a moment.
religion. To eat bass? What about to watch Sam Bass?
Back into action here in Wave Country's Championship Wrestling in just a moment. Let me give you the entire card. Plus, reminding you folks around Carrollton, Kentucky, Thursday, December the 18th at the National Guard Armory. Tojo's going to be there. Tommy Wildfire, Rich, Guy Mitchell, Roger Kirby, Coco Ware. Lots of action. Handsome Jimmy will be in Carrollton also on December the 18th, National Guard Army. Louisville, Tuesday night. Let me give you this lineup. Sonny King faces Dr. Bill Irwin. Billy Robinson, the world champ, will be going in a non-title bout against Tony Charles. What a great match that'll be. Robert Gibson will be going...
Billy Robinson must be only coming in pretty much for the big shows because we haven't seen him on TV in a minute. I was wondering, when I was filling out the thing, I tried to put a few of the names of the people in the description, and I was thinking he was still the champion, but we haven't seen him in a minute.
Against Bobby Eaton, Charles the Bee in Gibson's corner, Hart in Eaton's corner. And then Rich and Ware against Valiant and Yamamoto, and Dundee and Rick Morton will be facing Guy Mitchell and Roger Kirby for that AWA Southern Tag Championship match. This, my friend, with a double main event and all the other action, is one you'll want to see Tuesday night in the Garden. I have with us today our special guest at this time, Bill Superstar Dundee. Bill, after the little meeting in
I thought he said Bill after.
Bill, after the little meeting in there when Mitchell and Kirby jumped in and jumped you in there, I got to find out how about the neck.
Well, Lance, I appreciate the opportunity to come at you. When I left here last Saturday, I went to the doctor and he x-rayed it. He said, Bill, you're very fortunate as well as being a wrestler that you lifted weights all your life, because the muscles on the back of your neck are bruised and you've tore some tendons, ligaments, that you haven't done no vertebrae, no damage to the vertebrae. So you just put this collar on. You said, go home and take it easy. Now,
feeling some better?
Yeah, I'm feeling real good right now. Now this, I have said this before. To get in that ring and somebody come in there and wrestle you and beat you 1, 2, 3 is one
Drunk as
thing.
fuck.
I mean, I don't win them all. I go in there and do my best. If I win, I'm real happy, and if I lose, I'm a little disappointed, and there's always tomorrow. But
House
Kirby
to
and Mitchell
yourself.
did not come into that ring to wrestle me. They come in to cripple me. They tried their best to put Bill Dundee out of the wrestling business. Now, I come down here with one thought in mind, was to get me a little ringside seat there and just sit there and watch them wrestle. Now, I got a little thought for them. There's only 2 people know whether I need this brace or not. It's the doctor and me. Now, it may be a month before it comes off officially.
They changed the tradition.
Week, and it may be today. It may be tomorrow. Now, like I said, there's only 2 people know if I need this or not. That's Bill Dundee and his doctor. And that's a little thought I'd like Roger Kirby and Guy Mitchell to think about.
Yeah, so we won't know when the Superstar is going to be ready to get back in there.
I can just say that wherever they are, I'm going to be there watching. And when this is ready to come off, it's coming off, brother, and I'm going to be standing beside him. Thank you.
This is a man that knows how to get even, too, I'll tell you for a fact. Superstar Bill Dundee. All righty, we're ready for the second fall of action. Let's go back to Dave and get this second fall of this 2 out of 3 fall action match underway.
Big action in the first fall. Boy, this second fall promises more of the same. Rick Morton, Ken Lucas, 1 fall up, 6 minutes, 29 seconds. It took them to defeat
Cut a promo on
Jojo
Ken Lucas.
Yamamoto and handsome Jimmy Valiant in the first fall of this match.
It'll be different this time, Johnny. There's no rules. No rules out.
Man.
Valiant pointing out correctly, it is a no disqualification match. We're about ready to go with the second fall. Referee signals he is ready. And we're on the way. Again, Lucas, Morton, 1 fall up. Handsome Jimmy Valiant. Jojo Yamamoto
Man,
with a
he looking
conference.
rough,
Well
bro.
found. Fall up. Handsome Jimmy Valiant.
Look at the eyes. Is that makeup or is that real?
Jojo Yamamoto with a conference as the bell sounds. Rick Morton.
Oh, boy, here we
Bearing
go.
some of the marks across his chest. And Jojo Yamamoto and those vicious chops that Jojo is so well known for. Rick Morton asking the referee to check Jojo. Morton goes after him. Jojo backs to the rope. Rick Morton fires him across the way. Jojo with a shoulder puts Morton down. Jojo off the rope this time. Rick Morton rolls him down.
Fortnite.
Jojo Yamamoto. Rick Morton being very cautious.
I know it's like the time and everything, but I don't know. I just don't care for it when they like milk the, no pun intended, when they like milk the foreign object stuff like that.
Handsome Jimmy wandering up and down the apron.
Buddy Landell would do that all the time too, like up with like brass knucks or something, or a blackjack.
Attention. Oh, Tojo does something to Rick Morton's eye. Morton. Slammed into the...
It's funny because Robert Gibson is there. It's just weird thinking of them being in the same territory at the same time for like a long time, but they're, you know, they're not the Rock and Roll Express.
Turnbuckle. Wagon covers. Now 1, 2. Morton breaks it at the 2 count.
Oh my God.
Valiant. Oh, runs Morton into the turnbuckle. Valiant holding him up while Tojo kicked him. Oh, Tojo with a chop. Drops Morton to the mat. Morton headed for the corner. Needs to get there. Tag Ken Lucas. Tojo drives him back away from the tag. Valiant from outside on the apron. Snaps his neck using the top rope.
Well, it's a wrestling morning. It's going to be a Bethadone afternoon. Toma was a big star in Japan? I don't think so. I could be wrong. I think he only worked Memphis, and I think he predominantly worked Memphis. If I remember right, whenever they were talking about him, whatever age he was in 1984, Cornette was talking about him, and it basically said that like people criticize him or say that like he doesn't belong among the greats because he only worked really one territory, but he never had to leave. You know what I mean? Like he just was always over there. But I don't think he was a star in Japan. I don't even think he's Japanese. I think he's Hawaiian.
Tojo tagging Handsome Jimmy.
That is a good thing. Yeah, and I mean, audiences love that shit at the time, you know? So like I know why they do it. It's just my brain is like wired to what I'm used to.
Ken Lucas gets the tag from Rick Morton. Referee didn't see it. Referee was over trying to keep Tojo out. He did not see the tag. And he sent Lucas back outside.
That's true. Even in WWF, I thought he was a great heel. The times that they put him with people that he could work with, Jake Roberts, Bret Hart. I loved the Jake Roberts feud whenever he was cutting a promo on him and it said that Jake had barthritis, getting stiff in a different joint every night.
Stay in there. Tojo to cover. Count of 2. Foot on the rope. Rick Morton has the left foot on the bottom rope. That stops the count at 2. We're 4 minutes into the second fall. First fall went almost 6.5 minutes. Covered by Tojo. Count of 2, count of 3, that's it. Second fall goes to Jimmy Valiant. Tojo Yamamoto. Rick Morton. Caught by Tojo Yamamoto. Tojo did something to his eyes. I don't know if it was his fingernails or what, but he worked across his eyes. And from that point on, Rick Morton not able to mount much offense against Tojo and Handsome Jimmy. Valiant and Tojo are pulled back even.
They're really invested in this, and it feels like it's almost kind of all centered around getting Ricky Morton over, but we'll have to see. Yeah, because this has been going on for a minute. We still got one fall left.
It stands at 1 fall apiece. 1 fall apiece in a 2 out of 3 fall match. So we're going to have a third fall to determine a winner.
Boy, I'll tell you, that actually shows you right then and there that both sides, not only Lucas and Morton, Valiant and Yamamoto, at any cost, are wanting to win this one, too. And so it's 1 fall apiece. We've got the third fall coming up. We'll be back to it right after we take time out for this.
Oh, nice chocolate weed bars. I'd like to get a birthday cake flavor crunch, like the whatever the equivalent of like a Nestle Crunch bar or a crisp.
Hey, Lance
But birthday
Russell and Dave
cake.
Brown with Championship Wrestling ready to go with the third and what will have to be the final fall of action. Handsome Jimmy. Yeah, one more is right, Jimmy. Tojo Yamamoto coming in with Handsome Jimmy, and across the ring, Lucas and Morton, and just as couple of determined gentlemen as you'll ever see. Lucas, who had a tough second fall of action in there.
Man, wouldn't it be awesome if they made 7-day soft-baked croissants with vanilla filling that were also infused with like 1,000 milligrams of THC?
Hands of Yamamoto and Handsome Jimmy. Bell time. We are ready. Out of the corner. Here
That'd be
comes
incredible.
Tojo and Rick Morton, the winner and loser of the second fall. It is one fall apiece. The last fall was
4:10.
4 minutes and 10 seconds.
And about 6.5 in the first one, so you're already a little over 10 minutes in wrestling time in the match.
Morton being warned by the referee with those fists doubled up. It is a no disqualification match,
Quincy.
so the referee is doing what he is supposed to do, and that is keep it as close and as much under control as he possibly can. Now, that
Oh, Keef sodas? I've had those. I'm assuming the Capital, you're talking about like the brand Keef. I've tried a few of those.
may not be easy with
I think I got the grape and maybe the root beer. I almost always get a root beer of whatever. I don't know if you've tried for like a gas station liquor store weed drink, the Jones Soda Company's ones taste amazing, but I don't really feel like they're like as potent as a dispensary weed drink.
this foursome.
No. Hey, good move by Morton. He steps over again, jumps over Tojo.
Come on, one. You got about 1 1/3 out of that. That's tag on Ken Lucas. Kenny burning.
What are you shaking your head about, Cody
Comes
Turbo?
out smoking on Tojo Yamamoto.
You know, I was just thinking, I don't believe Kenny officially got into the second fall at all. Yamamoto and Valiant able to keep Rick Morton in there the whole time.
You saw Tojo. They had a great shot of his horsing around his tights in there.
Horsing
You never
around.
can tell. He has been known to carry bags of salt
Keith
and
Orange.
a little other things. Ken Lucas standing side headlock. Yamamoto a handful of hair, and the referee pulls the hand away. Now he's trying to again pull it out. Tojo, however, backed up enough to tag Handsome Jimmy.
Thank you, Dave's channel. Ooh, look at that, buddy. There we go. Now you got a couple good ones. Hans Guru, a Thorpe chat legend. Bobby Johnson, the Salty Dog, another chat regular. Euro Colt, and Loafheader. Thank you, Dave's channel. I appreciate that, man. I will put that toward the birthday cake crunch fund.
Jimmy.
I appreciate it, man. Very generous.
The Wild Man comes in, grabs Ken Lucas, pressures him on the right side of the neck. And Handsome Jimmy takes him down to the mat.
Good old Hans Guru, man. Hans Guru's been around forever in the Thorpe chat. I was already there when I first started watching.
Rick Morton comes in.
Who's Bobby Johnson? Do I know him? Oh, I almost made him a moderator.
Valiant converted that pressure hold to a chokehold rather easily.
Really? Tojo takes over, and the referee says, did you tag? The crowd says no. Again, I was watching the action and didn't really notice whether they did tag or not. I guess it's academic at this point. Rick Morton. Yeah, there goes Tojo at the eyes of Lucas.
Your new
And
friend.
that's what Morton's screaming about.
That's what happened to Rick in the second fall. Oh, Kenny over the top rope. But remember, it's a no disqualification match.
Kenny.
Yes, thanks to support from Dave and everybody else, I was able to move past the single croissant from the gas station life and move up into the and again, like, is spending a little bit more money and not being so like impulsive about it saves like so much money. Instead of like $32 plus tax, you get the same number of croissants for like under $13.
Fired down on the floor. Yamamoto, while Jimmy is with Rick Morton, Yamamoto picks that shoe up and slams. Ken Lucas, he's banging on it. The referee involved with Morton and Handsome Jimmy. And Lucas squeezes back.
Yeah, I feel like most of the viewer money goes to, well, primarily goes to the dispensary, but also to the liquor store. I do get a wrestling figure every once in a while out of that money. Taste test items come heavily out of that money, and every once in a while I'll use it for I got the beach gooner skins in Fortnite
under the
this
rope.
month.
Ken has really been roughed up. Tojo just pounded him.
I thought where a mind is a terrible thing to waste was the United Negro College Fund. I'm pretty sure that was the thing, right? That was their saying.
And again,
I really mean that too. I'm not trying to be funny.
goes for the
That's what the
eyes.
phrase was.
With the referee over by Morton. Jimmy rolls Kenny into the ropes, and Rick Morton comes over to try to help him.
I'll be like at Kroger buying something using my YouTube money, and I'll like want to tell the person next to me that streaming on YouTube paid for it, but I know they would just probably not know what the hell I was talking about.
Ken having trouble with his vision. Missed a couple of shots at Handsome Jimmy. Tojo, big chop. Goes for the abdominal grab on Lucas.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Wow, trying to get Lucas stirred up to get him out. He does. But Handsome Jimmy, without the benefit of a tag, comes in and nails Lucas again. The referee runs Jimmy out of it. There's a tag on Valiant from Yamamoto.
I feel like I have a better memory when I'm high, but it takes longer to sometimes to put it together. But I feel like that, especially since I smoke primarily, well, 99.9% like heavy indica, that like it like calms my mind, so I'm able to like access my memory, my memory better. Just takes a while for things to boot up sometimes.
Ken having a difficult time holding his eyes open as Yamamoto again goes to his tights.
How come no Tony? It's just a matter of the things. Like you're limited on how many you can have based on what your like your all-time highest membership number dictates that. And we have, like, if you go to other chats that are this size, they do not have like fucking 20 emotes like we do. So it's just a matter of like space, and eventually it gets to such a ridiculous level that, you know what I mean?
Into Lucas's eyes. Jimmy again with that pressure hold only across the throat.
Yeah, I don't like sativa.
Plain ordinary choke, that's what it is. Look at Morton go with Valiant while Tojo working on Lucas.
I mean, I don't know for sure. I can check, but I would say it's like a ridiculous thing. Let me check.
Misses a left and right. Yamamoto and Valiant both in there, and the referee's trying to get Yamamoto out. He does. Tag.
Like you and Bob pushed the
Yamamoto.
membership level up super high last month, which is why we unlocked like 8 emojis in a row in like 2 days.
Tojo after that abdominal grab.
Yeah, it's not a time to think about new emotes. It's like, yeah. Let's see. Hold on. We have. Yeah, we're back down to more of like a baseline number. So like, it's probably not the best time to
Having no part of it. He's
get
trying
into
to
the
battle his
emoji
way
stuff.
up the way he did last time. And it's loose. Valiant comes in. This is the third fall, one fall apiece leading up to this one. Ken trying to get a tag on Rick Morton. He does.
Got it, but did Jerry Calhoun, the referee, see it? So going to let him stay in there.
It's over with Yamamoto trying to get Tojo out. He runs Morton out as Tojo comes in and stops Ken. 1, 2.
Amphetamines.
Kenny kicks his way out. Valiant, without benefit of the tag, is being run out by the referee. Morton going after Yamamoto.
Valiant, boy, he hit Lucas with a pile driver. He's choking him. Look out. Mitchell and Kirby in there.
Man, we're getting another clusterfuck.
Referee's hollering, stop it, Dave.
I feel like for a while there, we weren't really getting the brawls. Maybe they just never stopped now.
Magic, stop.
Kirby off the rope while Mitchell held him right down on the neck. He had to have that neck brace on, Dave, or it's gone.
Dundee. After Kirby and Mitchell, Rick Morton.
I think G-Thank should develop a mask and then try to join JCW as Keck Kane.
Has produced a chair from ringside. He drives Roger Kirby out of there. Dundee working on Guy Mitchell. Morton with Kirby.
He better be careful
Dundee
with that broken neck.
takes a couple of swings at him. Kenny Lucas, meanwhile, laying up there in the ring.
Ooh, Billy came in firing. They were giving Ken Lucas the same kind of treatment Bill.
You could be like a modern day Ron Simmons where you just kind of stand around and then somebody will say something in front of you and then you just say Keck.
Just saw from him not very long ago. Stretched him out and then dropped right off of that rope down on the neck of Lucas. Took it backward. His partner, Rick Morton, over there calling for some help to get Kenny out of there.
Yeah, I think Coke's too big of a risk these days.
The referee is reaffirming the fact.
Even if you had a solid connect, I just feel like there's so many unknowns. You know what I mean with that?
That the match was stopped.
And the kind of stuff that it might be cut with might be stuff that like you absolutely would not want it to be taken.
When all of the action came in from the outside,
He explained
Jerry
it multiple
Calhoun
times.
stopped the match. Now they're picking Ken up,
Poor
Coco
Ken.
Ware and Rick Morton. Referee Robbie Robinson helping carrying out. So, the bout has been stopped. We're going to take time out right now. We'll be back in just a moment. Still got action to come. You'll want to see it
Somebody
right
say
here on
fired
Channel
up.
3's Championship Wrestling. Tommy and Coco going to be going against Handsome Jimmy and Tojo Tuesday night in the Garden. Tommy.
No, that's exactly right, Lynch. You know, we feel like Coco and myself.
Yeah, that's what I always hear, Jason. Or worse. Yeah, F Wood cashed out. See, F Wood, you got to give it to Cody Turbo. He could have flamed out and, whatever, but he at least, he put some effort in to try to rebuild the bridge. F Wood just went scorched earth and then just disappeared forever. I still to this day have no idea what it was that made F Wood mad enough to leave.
We talked about it. It got wild last week, and we won the fight.
Got the hand.
Coco and myself, we talked about it, and we don't feel like we won the battle. So I'm making Jimmy Valiant and Tojo Yamamoto and the rest of the people a promise. When it's all over, there's going to be some blood, but it ain't going to be on Coco and myself. It's going to be on them.
Good luck to you guys Tuesday night in there. I want to call the superstar in. He'll be with Rick Morton against Mitchell and Kirby. They obviously are making it very plain. They intend to hurt people, Bill, and that's the kind of attitude they've got.
Yeah, that's what they do, and the way they're doing it, Lance, they jump in and they backstab you. They don't do it when it's face on. Now, that's right, they hurt Ken Lucas and they've hurt me. But just let me tell you this, they didn't do it face on. When your back was turned, they jumped in the ring. There was two other guys in the ring, and they took advantage of the situation.
You know, it couldn't have been the promo. I think he was arguing with a couple different people in chat.
And I'm not knocking Mitchell. They're both big, strong, and very good.
But I don't know what happened.
But me and Rick Morton, I would imagine they're going around town and they're saying, how can two midgets beat two big guys like us? Well, just let me ask you this.
Hey, Media Hits, this is December 13th, 1980.
Have you ever heard the story of David and Goliath?
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Now, that's what they do. They sell you short. They go into the ring and they, well, we don't have to work out for this. I said, this is a pushover. This is a piece of cake. But just let me tell you this. They never did hurt me when I was facing them, and they never hurt Ken Lucas when he was facing them. And like I said, they're the champions. Rick and I would also be the champions, and we'd like to be the champions again.
I mean, that's what I don't think I think she just straight up took the fentanyl, but I mean, that's what happened to Bethadone. She had she died twice from fentanyl overdoses, and it fucked her brain up.
If we don't win, they're still going to know they're being arrested.
Traumatic brain injury.
I know one thing, too. They're going to also find out that Rick Morton, because...
Speaking of which, tune in this afternoon for the Bethadone Clinic episode.
Because of not only what they've done to him, but what they did to Ken Lucas and yourself, you'll have a very individual and personal reason for getting in after
right, Lance.
these
I can
guys.
just go leave you with this little thought. One of them is going to feel what it's like to wear that collar for a week or so, because that's the only thing I got in my mind is to hurt one. Thank you.
Superstar Bill Dundee, he and Rick Morton going after Mitchell and Kirby. What a double main event. What a great card. Tuesday night, Louisville Gardens. Worth that trip out there, my friend. A good time to go get it. You come see it. Exciting show today, David, but we're out of time. We'll see you next week.
Can you imagine, though, Dave, like no shade on Bethadone, but man, you would really think like that first time would have been like, holy shit. Like, but if you suffer a traumatic brain injury the first time, maybe that's the reasoning behind it. But I would really think after that first one, if you survived, you'd be like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Bye-bye, everybody. The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than...
You pray for her? All right, let's watch one more here. So this is the next week, December 20th, 1980. The Angel with Heart versus Pat Hutchinson.
It's a situation again where
I like how we've got two frames here with absolutely no one in them.
To say it is a mismatch. You've got a big, rugged veteran in the Angel with Jimmy Hart in his corner going against a young fella who is on his way up. Pat Hutchinson. Okay, you do the official introduction.
It'll be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing from the one-fall, 15-minute time limit, referee is Jerry Calhoun. Angel has his manager, Jimmy Hart, with him.
Okay, doke. The jacket of the Angel comes off, and Hart peeling his way out of there down to the chair, and bell time. I think this particular match is one that Hart should be able to stay in his seat all of the way. We'll just have to see, because the Angel, huge weight advantage, vast experience.
Speaking of Bethadone, I'm talking to him now.
But hey, we were talking about it before the program began today, that how in the world do young guys ever get an opportunity? They all want a chance to go against the big guys. That's the way they get experience and get a reputation.
Sure. And, referring back to the match with Coco Ware, a TV champion.
That's crazy, Dave.
In the tournament match in which he won that, he was one of the underdogs in the match.
Absolutely.
He put it together to get a win, so it does happen. But in this case, we are looking at the Big Angel, who is a heavy, heavy favorite to win this one rather easily.
Absolute natural.
As a matter of fact, he might have been able to hold it for the pin there.
Yeah.
It's not about the money, baby.
Knew he couldn't stay in there the entire thing. No reason to be up. He's over. saying just a little light workout today. The Angel whips Hutchinson's in. Oh. Would you sit down, Jimmy? The Big Angel, Portland, Oregon, puts the foot to the midsection. And he is just adding the punishment in there. Headbutt. I think he could have pinned him.
For the next 65 years, or until year 65 on YouTube, Dave.
Yeah, he had the shoulders down and then picked him up by the hair without ever actually pinning the shoulders. But it looked like he could have for the 3 count if he had wanted to at that moment.
Whoop.
Backdrop. Oh, boy, Pat hit right on his hip.
What's up, Gray Man?
There's a cover. There it is once again. Referee just told him in there.
He's got to be winding down because he becomes a referee in the years that follow this.
That if he does it, he's going to stop the match if he has an opportunity, because he's telling the Angel that he cannot just continue to inflict unnecessary punishment, although he's doing a pretty good job of it. But you got to, on the other side, you got to give Hutchinson a chance at least, because we have seen guys that have been down.
Huh? Is this? No. It says he wrestled in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. This says that he was 35 years old? What? Well, I guess he would be 36 because he was born in August. Is that right?
Down and hurt and able to survive it and come back and win.
We're 2 minutes, 45 seconds into the action.
2:45 coming at that 3-minute mark into this one. It's a 1-fall, 15-minute match, and the Angel fires Hutchinson in, and there he goes with that big claw. He's got, I think, as most of you know, that glove, which he says is for support over a difficulty of a wrist that was broken some time ago. I am not sure I believe a single word of it, but anyhow, he's got it, and he is putting the claw on Pat Hutchinson. Referee Jerry Calhoun says that's
See you later, Pat.
He's gonna stop it right then and there. The Angel continuing. Come on. Get him off of there. Pat Hutchinson out. He's got him the way he's grabbed with that thing. He grabs right at the temple, and the referee finally threatening him, gets him to back it up and move away. And the Big Angel is certainly not a surprise winner, but is indeed a winner over a game young Pat Hutchinson, who I guess the only thing you can say has got some experience. And,
that's true.
What was the time?
Time on it was 3 minutes, 24 seconds.
3 minutes, 24 seconds.
If I had the money, who would I pay to wrestle? I don't want to wrestle anybody. I've never really wanted to be a wrestler. Are you talking about all time? Masculinity look different. They look like they could saw down a tree with their arm. Yeah, like Joe LeDuc to me, just I can't even. He's just complete. I can't imagine like a fan trying to fuck with Joe LeDuc. I know they did, but like he just seems like he would just completely annihilate you.
The Angel defeating Pat Hutchinson. We got more action coming up. We've got a main event tag team match. It'll be an expiration of time, and we should have plenty of time for the match in there. That'll have Big Guy Mitchell and Roger Kirby with his stiff neck and all going against Tommy Gilbert and Carl Ferguson.
If I could like fantasy book, who would I like to manage? Powerhouse Hobbs. Like from a Mark perspective, I would like to I would think it'd be cool to manage Necro, but it wouldn't really make any sense, like story-wise. I couldn't really make it make sense.
All of that action coming up right after we take time out for intermission. everybody. Lance Russell and
Did
Dave.
we get the tail end of the previous show? I hope this doesn't continue on. No, it looks like we're okay.
Brown right along ringside. We're ready to do it again. Championship Wrestling. And Davey, we got an opening match that I'm loving. Because
I'm much more interested in like booking than I am in wrestling. But I would have liked to have managed. That could have been fun.
it's a championship match.
The TV championship is on the line right here on Championship Wrestling today.
Mark
Coco
versus
Ware
China,
will
the
be
whole
defending
country.
His title. He'll be defending it
Peyton Royce, yeah.
against beautiful Bobby Eaton in the TV championship match coming up.
I actually really like too. I know they're not a tag team anymore, but I liked Santana and Ortiz. I could have managed them.
Few minutes. Also, Pat Hutchinson in a single match against the big and tough Angel. And not only that, though,
If you're talking about actually wrestling, Bethadone and I could have a really good match. We would end up having like a Hell in a Cell type conclusion to the match. That would probably be my best. That's where I could do my best work and be against Bethadone.
tag team match
Because you could ragdoll her. She'd sell really good for you.
coming up, expiration of time. Tommy Gilbert and Carl
Hey,
Fergie.
listen, if the Heathen isn't going to fight Joey, you think I'm going to fight Joey? I don't think so. I saw that look in his eyes. Remember when he's going after Harvey Freebird and he was like, why don't you get a real job? I knew, like,
will be
it's
teamed
not for me.
against Big Guy Mitchell and Nature Boy Roger Kirby.
Oh, boy. That is
No, I don't want to learn how to take a bump. I don't ever want to take a bump. I would if I was a manager as like the to end the story or whatever, but I hated taking bumps.
One good pairing right there with Gilbert and Fergie tied together to go against the AWA Southern Tag Champs. That will not be a championship match, but it will be an expiration of time match, and we're looking forward to all of that. As a matter of fact, the entire show looks like a dandy, packed with action. Let's get ready for that TV championship match when Coco
I don't
Ware
like
defends his
Danhausen.
title against beautiful Bobby Eaton. We'll be back in just a moment.
I think he's stupid. I don't care for. I don't really like him. To be fair, I very rarely have seen him wrestle, but I don't really like the Svengoolie routine. You like taking bumps? I mean, I can see it. It just, for me, it was an immediate wake-up call. I took my first, well, first of all, I knew when I got in the ring and ran the ropes, and I was like, this is not for me. But then when I took like just a regular flat back bump, I knew immediately like this isn't for me.
About ready to go here.
Like, even if I had had a strong desire to do it, there's just some things in life, like you try them and then you're like, this is, right away. Like, I knew right away I couldn't do that like over and over again. Even then you worked like at least on the weekends. Like, I couldn't, no.
With the TV championship match, and Coco Ware standing in the ring, ready to defend that title.
We got Coco going
We can't have a Boyd Watch Wrestling League because people won't play nice with each other.
against himself here.
It looks like he's on both sides.
It's
of the
all
ring.
bullshit.
Well,
Gay
here comes
ops.
the guy that'll be on the other side of the ring right now.
What's
the
up, Dirk-
challenger for
Dirk
the TV
Dinkelberg?
Championship title, Davey.
All right, that's
Is
beautiful.
this really a
Bobby
video of you
stepping
getting
up, on
braces?
the ring apron right there. This will be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match for the TV title. From Huntsville, Alabama, 227 pounds, the challenger with his manager, Jimmy Hart, Bobby Eaton. And
No, we couldn't include Lalo in them because it'd be too unreliable and it'd bring a bunch of drama. That's why the Thorpes would be like always in transit to the show. They would just be doing vignettes talking about what they were going to do when they got there, but then never actually get there.
going against him, the current TV champion, 221 pounds from Union City, Tennessee.
Which commentator in the IWC? I don't know any commentators, to be honest. I see thumbnails for like, what is it, Monty and the Pharaoh? And that's pretty much it. I don't really see any commentators.
Coco Ware, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, Coco's got the jacket off, and he is ready. Eaton still walking around, threatening Coco. Hart's in the ring. Referee Jerry Calhoun trying to get a little order here. This is a special time limit, of course, because of a special title, a TV title only. And Bobby
OVW
Eaton and
commentary.
Jimmy Hart, I don't know whether
Are
he
you
was,
talking about commentary, or are you talking about like the people who like A-Log wrestling? I think he's talking about like people who do commentary videos.
consoling him or what it was right there before the match. We're about ready for it. Bell time. Here we go.
Title on the line. Coco
Santana
Ware.
Jackson.
Well, he won this title in a tournament some weeks ago. The consultation between Bobby Eaton, manager Jimmy Hart.
I find it's best for me to interact as little as possible with other content creators in my spheres because, like, the wrestling stuff is primarily super negative or it's glazing. Same with the movie shit. No one's actually talking about the movies. They're talking about, you know, whatever politics and stuff like that. Like, everything is like, all the stuff that I like seems to have like, but again, if you're on YouTube, I guess negativity, like me, you know, with controversy creates cash or whatever. But I pretty much don't interact with the fan bases of a lot of the stuff that I cover.
Eaton, rugged wrestler, former Mid-America
Human
champion.
Tornado, I love Human Tornado.
Got Coco Ware back into a corner. Referee Jerry Calhoun trying to back him back away from the ropes in the corner.
What finisher are you taking? The one-winged angel.
Coco Ware goes to the headlock. Puts him down on the mat. Eaton trying the hair pull. Referee trying to keep that stop. Eaton again going for the hair. Coco Ware maintaining the headlock on Bobby Eaton on the mat.
Like, I'm a big believer in physical media, but if you go on YouTube and look at physical media, like, there's a whole, like, it's just it's there. A lot of these online communities are collectors. They're not, like, passionate about the movies. They're passionate about cardboard and stuff like that. I know it sounds dumb, but it's true. Like, people care more about a slipcase than they do about the movie itself. Like, it's just about having a slip cover on your shelf that you never touch, or that you put in some kind of a, you know, collector packaging or something, a protector, a slipcase protector.
Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Tony Gurria. Oh, man. Rotten.
Also trying to keep an eye on the Eaton's tendency to want to pull hair. Doing it again. Caught by the referee.
Oh, you're wrestling Lawler? Lawler would never win. Lawler would put everybody over. He doesn't need to win. Lawler gets over by, like, he gets more powerful the more he loses.
Stop. Coco still got that hold on it.
Ian Rotten. I have a soft spot for Ian Rotten. He was always super nice to me, and I went to tons of shows. He made sure I had the seats that I wanted every time. He was super nice. Again, you always took it with a grain of salt, whether the people were going to show up to the shows or not. But, like, I know he did a lot of terrible things, supposedly, but I don't know. He was always nice to me.
Coco winding it up.
And I got to see so many crazy matches and so many people, like, on the come up, you know, like seeing Seth Rollins in front of fucking 10 fans, Bryan Danielson, Punk.
A little extra pressure. He's got a good hold. Eaton got him off balance. Fired him into the rope. Coco off the rope. Shoulder butt. Eaton goes down to the mat.
Gargano in AEW would be interesting.
Move. He puts Eaton down on the mat. Bars the left arm. With all the
stiff.
to keep it in there. Boy, I love to see that drop kick when Coco gets a good one there. Yeah.
Coco was if I'm not mistaken, when he played football, Dave, was a nose guard. Can you imagine with that speed and as stocky as he is and as powerful as those legs? I bet he was a mean one to handle.
I bet he was, too.
Not the biggest guy in the world, but boy, I'll tell you, he is some block. Jimmy Hart giving a little advice right there, Davey, to his charge, beautiful Bobby.
I did see that, Dave.
Coco's got the face lock.
I managed to get in that little brief window they had in WWE, which I don't even remember them being on TV much. They got action figures made.
Claims he's being choked. Referee there checks it. He says, up on the chin. It's all right.
Ooh, nice. What a good reverse face lock to that side headlock, boy, just like that.
Never seen a conversion quite like that. Boy, he made a nice move on Bobby Eaton. Eaton gets Coco off his feet. Coco hangs on.
You know, I think winning that title, Dave, has given Coco that added confidence that is important in any kind of competition. It really seemed to bring him out, I think.
We've always been impressed with Coco's moves, but I think you're right. He's a different wrestler than he was several weeks ago. Confidence could very well be the factor.
Viscera.
Eaton still, he wants to yank Coco's hair, break that hold up. Fortunately, the referee's right there. You can see him.
I think Bobby is so tired of having his head squeezed, he'd go for a gun right now if he could get one.
That's about it.
Anything.
I think the biggest match, I'm trying to remember of like at the actual local shows, because you could drive a minute if you want to go to like Rosemont or something for like a big show. But the small shows I went to was, I think I've said it a million times, but it was always headlined by Billy Jack Haynes against Hercules, which was not like the most exciting match. But
Checking the shoulder. Eaton is able to keep the right shoulder up off the mat most of the time, but when both shoulders are down, the referee's starting to count.
do I think both SummerSlam nights? I have no idea, man. I don't follow really modern wrestling except through like Cornette and like if I see like a headline or something. Driver Tony. Mexican
now Bobby got some body underneath.
Coco's still got a headlock. Headlocks a hold never get you pinned, but it'll sure wear your opponent down because you've seen how Eaton has been struggling for the last 4 minutes to try to break out of the hold. Eaton rolls him down, goes for the rope. Coco reaches it, flips him into the air. Coco waiting for him. Good poise there by Coco as he was anticipating Eaton, and
they're getting a lot of mileage. So we're getting a lot of like slow burn feuds here of people like just going at it every week on TV.
The mat and converts him back to that face lock.
Something we've talked about before, Dave, ourselves, and it goes along with a reverse face, front face, or side headlock, is the fact that while it won't get you a pin, it also, with the pressure on the ears and the way your head feels, and you get a little panicky in there, you will make some mistakes.
I sent Bethadone a message, and I was like, can you talk about your early days, your early walk and talks, what made you start doing them and whatever? And then she said, okay. And then she asked me what she should talk about in the video.
To get out of it, and once you're out of it, and that sort of a thing. That's another thing that's good for it.
That's what Bobby Eaton's faced with right now. Coco into the rope. Oh, the knee by Bobby Eaton. Coco hits the mat. We're 5.5 minutes into the action. 5.5 minutes gone. And there's about 9.5 minutes in the time limit, special time limit for this TV championship match.
Forearm uppercut by Bobby Eaton. And not to be confused with a fist on that one.
That was upper part of the arm, and that was all right. Referee right there saw it happen.
We talked a lot about Coco, but not to shortchange Eaton. This guy can go, too. No question about it. He's a young wrestler who's in a hurry, and he can plateau a very dangerous opponent.
She's so innocent. My God.
Jimmy Hart had something to say to the referee. Don't know what, but... Meanwhile, Coco trying to force his way back to his feet. Oh, he gets the head scissors on Bobby Eaton.
Classic head scissors.
Eaton screaming he had his hair pulled. Hart saying referee's choking him. Referee right there checks it out and says, it's all right.
G Thanks would have to take an L. He would have to put over his opponent because his opponent would grab his collector's cup and throw the contents into G Thanks' face when the referee wasn't looking.
Shoulders down, count of 2. Bobby Eaton, no trouble in bringing that right shoulder up to stop the count at 2. This is another one of those holds. If you're not careful, you can have those shoulders down. Not really pinned, but just struggling to get out. If both shoulders hit the mat, the referee can count 3, and you're out of it.
Yes, sir. You better believe it. And with as much power as Coco has in those stocky legs of his, he can crack a coconut with them. He'll make you forget your shoulders.
He'll make you forget your
kicking
shoulders.
away, trying to pop loose. He does.
Grace is not a fighter at all. She's not a fighter. Like, plus she's kind of she's moved on. I think her attitude has shifted. She said it herself. Like, she doesn't. She's lost her smile. She's lost her spark.
Eaton went for the hair. I think the eyes, goes back to the eyes.
No, you're going to be one of my early card Rocky Maivia type babyface characters.
Bobby Eaton, that was a fist. Right fist again as he caught Coco. Coco into the rope. Eaton, boy, dropped him on that mat hard. Big one.
Just joined us, the TV title defense by Coco Ware against
and eventually you would start to get fed up, and then you would start to heel on the crowd and say, like, you guys don't even know how rare this collector's Jurassic Park cup is, and just say like you're throwing pearls before swine.
Bobby Eaton.
Coco with the upper hand for the first 5.
This is December 20th, 1980.
5 minutes. We are now 8 minutes, 15 seconds into the match. 8:15 gone. Bobby Eaton has pretty much had things going his way for the last couple of minutes. Goes to the eyes again. Upper arm. Coco Ware on the mat. Championship Wrestling TV title on the line. Coco.
Whoop.
Now he goes high in the air again as Eaton flips him off the rope.
Nice.
Eaton thinks he's got it won now. With that right fist again. Fired it.
How do you get up when somebody's banging you with a right hand like that?
There's another one. Coco. And a battle back. Eaton puts him into the rope.
Whoop.
Coco puts it down. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, do you get it?
Jimmy Hart got in there.
Come on, ref.
Just at the count of 3 by the referee. Hart was trying to stop it before the referee counted 3, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. As far as the official result goes.
What's up,
Hart
Jake?
and Eaton both working on Coco Ware. Hart broke the chain over his head. Tommy Gilbert. Carl Fergie in here.
Oh, shit. Did you hear that? Gee, thanks, Tommy Gilbert down in the ring.
There go Hart and Eaton. And Bobby Hart's challenge for the TV title. Unsuccessful. Coco Ware retains that title. And I'm not sure, did the referee get to the 3 count or just 2, whatever?
Looked like a 2 count to me. It looked like Eaton rolled his shoulder up at the end, but I can't be certain.
The match was stopped when Jimmy Hart jumped in there.
Yeah.
And but I really think he got the 3 count down. We'll have to get a ruling.
Right.
But at any
Coco
rate,
is the
How would
winner,
I have no
obviously,
idea. Does he
and,
even book?
yeah.
He's not really a booker, is he? I feel like you can't really be the booker with like other people making all the, you know what I mean? I guess he has like the final stamp or whatever, supposedly.
So, and what was the official time on it?
9 minutes, 36
9
seconds.
minutes, 36 seconds. Proud of Coco and a
Well, I
great
probably wouldn't have put a 9-minute match on on TV.
defense there against a really tough opponent, Eaton. And sore head type, you saw what happened when Eaton sensed whether he ever got the 3 or not. And Hart obviously sensed that was all she wrote in the challenge match in there. And so, the official winner, and still the TV champion, Coco Ware. We got more action coming up, and we're going to get back to it in just a moment.
She brought the whole family down.
Continuing, come on. Get him off of there.
What happened?
Pat Hutchinson out.
Didn't we see this Pat Hutchinson match?
He's got him the way he's grabbed with that thing. He grabs right at the temple. And the referee finally threatening him, gets him to back it up and move away. And the big angel.
Okay, so I think the part that we were missing, that would have been missing here, it was present at the beginning, if that makes sense. And then we should then catch up to where we were at and then go on in the episode.
Is certainly not a surprise winner, but is indeed a winner over a game young Pat Hutchinson, who I guess the only thing you can say has got some experience. And,
That's true.
what was the time?
Time on it was 3 minutes, 24 seconds.
3 minutes, 24 seconds. The Angel defeating Pat Hutchinson. We got more action coming up. We've got a main event
You missed the claw.
tag team match. It'll be an expiration of time, and we should have plenty of time for the match in there.
Maybe
It'll
Hangman
have
can start
Big
using
Guy
it.
Mitchell and Roger Kirby with his stiff neck and all going against Tommy Gilbert and Carl Fergie. All of that action coming up right after we take time out for intermission. Back to Channel 18's Championship Wrestling action coming up here in just a moment. Hey, got a couple of things I want to tell you about. One, Thursday, January the 1st, kicking right off, 1981, right in the...
It's especially crazy to think about, like, during the territory eras, there was wrestling everywhere. Like, all the time. Like, entire promotions running. So there was always wrestling going on I'm talking about of a high level. I know we have an indie system now, but it's not really the same. Like the top guys from each territory, they might not fit in culturally, but, they could hang, athletically and, storyline wise or whatever with anybody from any other, from people of their equal in other territories. It's just wild to think of how much wrestling was going on at that time.
In Kentucky at the National Guard Armory. We'll have more on that a little bit later. And January the 8th, back in Rupp Arena, and we hope by that time you'll have had yourself an amazing Christmas and New Year's and be out there to see this first time we're breaking the news. One match has been signed. Listen to this. The King, Jerry Lawler, against Hart's Dream Machine. We'll have more about that later on. Right now, I want to talk about Junction City coming up next Saturday night. By golly, I'll tell you what, at the Junction City Elementary School, the lid's going to be coming off. Rick Morton against Danny Davis.
What? We're going to be knocking the lid off the elementary school?
Sonny King against Gypsy Joe. Coco Ware against Jimmy Kent. Then a big six-man with King, Morton, and Ware against Gypsy Joe, Danny Davis, and Jimmy Kent. Listen to the finale. Tojo Yamamoto, the big angel, going against the Superstar and Wildfire. Well,
somebody say
got a
fired
shot at
up.
A couple of guys who've got quite a reputation, Yamamoto and the Angel.
No, Lance, I've never been to Junction City, but the Superstar and myself, we've got back together, and we've already made a New Year's resolution. We're going to give the people something to be proud of, something to get behind.
Welcome back, it's me.
1980.
One of my favorite parts about the territory era is that, like, people would just come and go constantly. So, like, it might suck to see if one of your favorites rotates out of the territory, but, like, there was always, like, a steady rolling refresh happening most of the time. And that somebody gets stale, you just leave. You know what I mean? And come back after a while and people be happy to see you again. That you can't really do that here because a lot of the same people that watch, like, WWE watch AEW and stuff like that. So you might get a rare time, somebody like Cody Rhodes maybe, who elevates coming, changing. But I mean, typically it's just like there's no real chance to miss anybody, or it just seems like they're much less likely to take risks nowadays with the booking.
American, Lance, and right now, the way everything
always see the
is,
same
something
people
to grasp onto and something to get behind. And a Superstar myself, we feel like we've kind of been letting
No, you would certainly not be booked like a Goldberg or a Lesnar.
the people down. But when we come to Junction City, I'm not taking nothing away.
In a boy then you're talking about Bethadone, Heathen.
Angel or Tojo, neither one, because they're both rough and tough, and I've had a run-in with both of them.
Yes.
But when we get through, we're going to have our hand raised and give people something to holler about.
Golly, that'd be a marvelous way to start off that 1981, Bill.
That's right, Lance. You know, this there's an awful lot of pretty girls up there in Junction
Why is
City.
there
I just
2
hope they come to
nights
see
for
Tommy Richardson
SummerSlam?
We'll be looking for it. That's going to be next Saturday night. And you better believe that it's going to be some kind of action. Let's get back now to championship wrestling.
We have a tag team match coming up here. It'll go to the expiration of time. Team with the most falls to their credit when the time runs out will be the winners of the match. And introducing, at a total of 500.
Yeah, you'd be booked like Repo Man.
On the left of your screen, from Canada, Big Guy Mitchell. From Hollywood, California, Nature Boy Roger Kirby, their manager Jimmy Hart. Going against him, total weight 452 pounds. On the right, from
No,
Lexington,
you would be
Tennessee,
like you would be like you'd be one of my low card babyface gatekeepers. Like when the heel was ready to move on to the mid card, you would be you'd be like the first E Honda on Punch Out.
Tommy Gilbert. And from Atlanta, Georgia, Carl Fergie. This match to the expiration of time. The referee
Oh, it's this weekend?
Is Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, Carl and Guy have got
Steve
those
Blackman.
AWA belts on. This is not, however, a title match. I can't fault them for wearing the belts. If I were a champion, I'd wear my belt too. But
everybody see them.
Hey, I wish I even had any kind of belt on today. I think I forgot mine. Come to think of it. Okay, we're about ready to do it right now. As the belts are over here.
People get hurt now, Russell.
Oh, sit down, Jimmy. Good night. This guy can be persistent. Fill time. Here we go.
Big Guy Mitchell starting his team against Tommy Gilbert. Mitchell out of Canada. Gilbert backs him on the ropes. Tommy fires that forearm.
Damn, 20K loan? Ulrich, come on, man. You SD Jones. You don't want to be SD Jones, old slow ass.
Well, this Mitchell by himself weighs about 287 pounds. He is huge. Tommy Gilbert ducked under the fist.
You want to see some women in the singlets, Hollywood Chase? Or do you go by Danny?
Gilbert off the rope. With the shoulder, put Mitchell on the mat. Goes immediately for a headlock. Over to the corner, tags his partner, and here is Carl Fergie.
I still wish they'd revert that stupid change and put it back on handles.
Fergie.
No. SD Jones did not always know his place. He bungled the WrestleMania fastest pin in history because he was salty about it. He sandbagged Dundee, and even though they officially say that it was 8 seconds, like it clearly wasn't, because SD Jones couldn't play ball.
Tommy Gilbert. Gilbert back to the tag. Quick tags by
What's up,
Gilbert
Chris?
and Carl Fergie. Boy, if they can keep that up, and if they can keep Guy Mitchell away from the tag on his partner, Nature Boy Roger Kirby over here, they will have accomplished something. In fact, Fergie kicked Guy Mitchell back.
We could get Bethadone in one of those, I bet.
Tommy Gilbert with a headlock, but Guy Mitchell slowly moving him back toward his corner. Closer to the tag on Roger Kirby. There's Kirby. Kirby leads into the ring. Takes the tag through the rope. And the referee does not allow the tag.
I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
The tag, he says, has to be over the top rope. Oh, Gilbert jumps out of the way, and there's not going to be a tag immediately because Mitchell unloaded on Roger Kirby. Jimmy Hart around attending to him, while in the ring, Tommy Gilbert still has Big Guy Mitchell tied up in a headlock.
True, Ricky Winters.
There's Kirby climbing back up onto the ring apron. Mitchell over there is the tag. Tag made. Referee sends Mitchell out. Roger Kirby in here.
How you doing, Ricky?
Gilbert. Kicks Kirby back in the corner, but I think Tommy may have done something to his knee. Kirby goes to work on it. Roger Kirby going for the weakness. He saw Tommy limping back into a neutral corner. And he and this guy Mitchell both in there working on Tommy. Kirby working on the left knee.
G Thanks in the chat is a big Tommy Gilbert fan. Are you talking about the fan favorite Freddie stripes?
Kirby back outside now. Guy Mitchell goes to work.
Oh man, that looks nasty. That actually looks like it hurts.
Gilbert backs into a corner, and Guy Mitchell going after the left knee still. We're 4 minutes into the action. 4 minutes gone in this first ball of an expiration of time match. Tommy Gilbert made it to the corner. Here is Carl Fergie. Fergie having to take on both of them. Mitchell being escorted back to his corner by the referee. And
Carl Fergie getting a nice
Roger
little
Kirby
mini push.
Into the turnbuckles. There's the cover. Count of one is all called to make sick on Roger Kirby. Mitchell jumps in uninvited.
Oh, thank you, Bethadone Clinic.
He blasted Carl.
He's got good promos. He cuts him in some we've seen in the later 80s. I thought he was good on the mic.
Tommy Gilbert jumps in here to keep Roger Kirby from taking advantage of the situation. And Fergie goes back to the corner. Tommy Gilbert stays in there. Kirby off the rope.
You're welcome, Cody Turbo. But I mean, I have to have you got to have a good chat to be able to have that kind of a, chill atmosphere.
Gilbert wisely to the corner. Cover by Fergie and a count of two, but Guy Mitchell is able to break it up at the 2 count.
But does it include it? It will when we get there eventually. I mean, we've covered that already, but I'm assuming we'll probably just, once we get to 86, we'll probably just keep going. But I mean, that's like months away. For us, it's years away for them.
Ball package by Fergie, count of 2 on Roger Kirby. And again, that's all he can get before Guy Mitchell breaks it up.
Bethadone, though, doesn't want to lean on me. She wants to bounce on me, if you know what I mean.
5.5 minutes gone in the first ball. Rugged action. Guy Mitchell with a flip on Carl Fergie. He's got him on the mat now, working the face lock. Looks like he's flipping a little choke around, too. That's the pressure point hold he's got now. Referee checked it out. Slammed into the turnbuckle.
You'll settle for a lean.
Blasted by Roger Kirby.
The Nature Boy.
Flipped it back out center of the ring.
Woo!
And again, Mitchell working the pressure point on the left side.
You know, Dave,
I think he's talking about his egg fest yesterday.
He's got his foot on the rope. That is what I was referring to. But Mitchell, without the aid of the rope, probably applies that pressure hold on the side of the neck as well as anybody I've seen. He is so big, and you notice how he tucks the guys up under where he can lean down on top of that arm.
Using that body weight for a little extra leverage. 7 minutes gone.
Leverage.
7 minutes have expired in this first fall.
Come on, Jerry, get him back.
First fall, my God.
A virtual free-for-all in here right now. Kirby, Guy Mitchell with their feet planted on Carl Fergie. Kirby choking him. Now Mitchell from out on the
All right,
floor.
see you later, Bethadone.
Goes Carl under the bottom rope. Tommy Gilbert starts over there to try to help Fergie out. Referee trying to get him back out on the apron. Carl headed for the tag, but couldn't quite make it. As Roger Kirby
I hate SD Jones. He's so, I don't even, I wish I hated him. He's so boring. He's so slow and plodding. He reminds me of like late career Pedro Morales.
Mitchell
Just super slow.
Here comes Kirby.
Now Mitchell steps in. 8 minutes gone. We have had action all the way in this first ball, let me tell you. Fergie, slammed into the turnbuckle. Hit hard.
Let's get the
Bounces
Nature
out
Boy
of it.
back in there.
Guy Mitchell picks him up. Roger Kirby. Double slam into the turnbuckle. Tommy Gilbert had watched all of that. He could stand. He jumped right into it. Goes after Kirby. Guy Mitchell picking up.
Oh,
Carl
crunch.
Fergie. He's calling for Roger. Roger is, meanwhile, over there working on Tommy Gilbert.
Leave SD alone.
Oh, the King jumps into the ring. Jerry Lawler. And Fergie's got a cover on Roger Kirby. The referee starts the count. 3.
Wow.
9 minutes.
Wow. Big win for Carl Fergie, getting some help from his cousin over the great Nature Boy, Roger Kirby.
Carl Fergie, Tommy Gilbert get a win in the first
He's going to fart in one of those collector cups.
ball. Lawler was in there to help out, but the referee was tied up over in the corner. He did not see Lawler in there, or he would have stopped that match immediately.
Boy, look at Hart scream. He's hollering at the referee about Lawler. Can you imagine? Here's a guy that's jumped into the ring, uninvited, not supposed to be there 1,000 times, snuck in, snuck out. He's going to break down and cry to referee Jerry. Calhoun's trying to ignore him. He keeps trying to walk away from him, and Hart just blistering him over there because a little turnabout being fair play in there, my friend. What the referee saw was, of course, Tommy Gilbert's knee had been messed up in the match earlier in there. Kirby took him over there and had him hooked in where all the weight was on that knee, and the referee was trying to help him get out of it. Hey,
Beth
they
doesn't
can
do
see
that.
What happened. I'm sorry about that,
She's
Jim.
a lady.
I'm not the referee. Bye-bye. Jimmy Hart still moaning and screaming. Mitchell helping Kirby out in there. Kirby with his neck hurt and his back hurt, and I kind of like this. I'm going to take time out, and we'll be back in a minute with more wrestling action.
Wrestling.
Listen, all you got to do is let the
ATF is the
referee
one
handle
who's
the
into that kind of
situation.
stuff.
That's all I can say, Jimmy. Gee, somehow I'm not quite as touched as I ought to be about that injustice in there. I'm kind of glad to see the King come flying in there. Spell time. Here we go. Guy Mitchell sneaking into the ring against Carl Fergie. Now, obviously, when I say sneaking, you know and I know that it's the winner of a fall against the loser of a fall to start the next one. And Fergie's going to start him all right. He really fired him over the top.
Bringing him in the hard way.
Carl Fergie goes astride. Roger Kirby chinlocks him. Mitchell trying to break him off of there. Tommy
Wow,
Gilbert in to
camera
help
guy,
out to
come
get
on,
Mitchell
man.
out. It's back to
Jeez.
2-on-2, and Jerry Calhoun is happy about that. Hart is out of his chair. Fergie working on the neck of Roger Kirby. Nature Boy.
What's up, Greg, buddy? He came back as Jerry Valiant.
By Carl Fergie, Tommy Gilbert keeping an eye on Guy Mitchell.
I like Lance Russell, but like if I had to pick one announced team, it would probably be Monsoon and Heenan.
Hey. Carl Fergie. Tommy Mitchell.
But I don't think I would like two babyface announcers together, but like it works for Memphis completely because when they do have a heel in to do commentary, like it's a kind of a big deal. I don't know, I just think they work really well in Memphis, but like I think I like Heenan and Monsoon like overall better.
Taking over where Carl left off. Front face lock from Gilbert. That also puts a lot of pressure on that neck.
But like if you grew up with this, that's kind of more serious announcing, then you might be like, oh, this Monsoon Heenan shit's, slapstick or whatever.
Tommy drops with the upper arm, banging down right on the side of the neck.
Clausen Rivera.
Whoa! Kirby, a quick snap suplex. Fergie comes in.
What's up,
he
Ember?
Wraps, Roger Kirby. Carl takes the tag from Tommy. Slams him in. And again, Fergie applying some pressure on Kirby right at the neck.
We're all thriving in
Pulls
here.
up tight, leaning in on him. Jimmy Hart saying something to Guy Mitchell. Referee Jerry Calhoun trying to get Hart back in his chair again. Hart gets into an argument. And as Mitchell started in, Gilbert came in. Yeah, that was one of those diversionary things by Jimmy Hart. And now it's Chris. He's got a hangman started. Didn't quite get him up off the ground. Mitchell comes in, Gilbert comes in. Tommy's still limping with that knee having been hurt.
You met him? That's cool.
Couple of counts for no
See you later, Ember.
One fall to the credit of Fergie.
Have a good weekend.
Gilbert. There, one fall up. Non-title match. Mitchell and Kirby, the AWA tag champions.
They're just the straight-up AWA tag team champions?
Have those regional belts on the line today. There's a tag, and it's legal. Boy, there's that big Guy Mitchell. He leaned halfway out to the middle of the ring to be able to tag.
Yeah, I don't think I cover a lot of stuff anymore that like Ember would be interested in, because I don't really cover the Jedi or the Thorpes that much.
Forcing pressure
on stream anyway.
Jawbone. Mitchell with a bar on the arm and really bending him back. Referee telling Kirby, who was roughed up pretty good at the end of the first ball and in the second ball to start out. The referee told him, if you don't get back up on the ring apron, it's going to be a loss of the fall. He gave him plenty of time to do it. And now Kirby, with the help of Hart, is back up there as Guy Mitchell. Pounds away on Tommy Gilbert's arm, and now solid bar. Tag on Kirby. And Tommy trying to battle out of it, but from behind, the legal man, Nature Boy, double hands him down on that shoulder that Mitchell had been working on. Kirby takes over with a bar.
Very kind words.
Jimmy Hart. Ringside, up and out of the chair. The referee says sit down, and he's back in it. Now, you can see Gilbert under pressure from Kirby. Tommy!
All right, Heathen. We'll see you later. If you're bored later on in the afternoon, I'm going to be covering Bethadone's early walk and talk streams, and we may discuss her recent relapse into alcoholism.
Fire team gets away, but Mitchell right in there takes the tag and cuts him off as he was heading for Fergie.
We've passed 5 minutes in the second fall. First fall went 9:01. 5 minutes gone in this one.
5 minutes passed in the second fall of action. It's an expiration of time match. Fergie and Gilbert in the envious position of being one fall up. So if they can carry it to the expiration of time.
About 15-20 minute match.
They still got a pretty good amount of time to go, though. They could win it with that first fall victory. Guy Mitchell. Pressuring Tommy Gilbert. Well, there's the obvious drawback. When you're as big as Mitchell, you're not as mobile as a smaller wrestler might be.
Come on, ref.
There are plenty advantages. And let me tell you, this guy can hurt you with holds that the average wrestler might cause a little pain, but boy, this guy can just put you out of it. Kirby stomping away.
Oh, man.
The rip out of it. Kirby stomping away. The referee tells him to let go of the rope. He was using the flat of the foot as Mitchell is. Can you imagine 285 pounds or so pounding down on you like that? Kirby was also using the rope, and now Guy Mitchell back in. Fergie a long way away from his partner. Tommy trying to get away. The big guy down.
Come on, buddy.
Gilbert back into the rope.
Did you see him? He makes the Freddy Krueger claw hand. He knows. That's how he gets his strength.
Down. Gilbert back into the rope. And caught in the midsection by Mitchell. Pulled back down. Tommy Gilbert unable to get over to Carl Fergie. Tommy sustaining that knee injury in the first ball. He's taking some severe punishment now. There's a cover by Kirby, but nope. Tommy, as usual, fighting.
Can kind of hear Jimmy Hart ranting.
Kirby, then Mitchell. But Kirby gets him from behind and puts his hand out to tag to Mitchell. And here comes the big guy. Fergie's in there to
Come
try
on,
to even
ref.
things up. The referee trying to get him
Referee's got to get this situation under control.
out, trying to get Kirby out. Whip on Mitchell. He catches Gilbert. This could be a surgery. It is.
Oh, wow. That was a good finish.
This could be a surgery. It is. Double team pin. Roger Kirby and Guy Mitchell take away that advantage that Fergie and Gilbert had by winning the... And they even it up with one fall apiece.
7 minutes, 51 seconds.
7:51. It's one fall apiece.
Didn't he make a video recently where he was saying that, like, he might change which teams he follows? Could we see, like, him completely turn on the Bay Area and start rooting for the Red Sox openly?
Carl Fergie talking to Tommy and saying, hey, we got some more action time coming up. We can still win another one. Will they having that final fall, or how many ever we have time for? We'll check our time while we take time out. Watch this.
Yeah, you could.
All right, in just a moment, we'll be back in the ring here on Channel 18's Championship Wrestling. Did you miss the announcement a moment
Yes, ATF Media.
ago? January the 1st. Listen, Ashland, Kentucky. National Guard Armory Championship Wrestling comes that way. And then on January the 8th, Rupp Arena. Going to be really running
Wow,
out.
Rupp Arena.
We announced one match that has already been signed by the promoters of Championship Wrestling. Jerry the King Lawler faces Hart's Dream Machine January the 8th. And we'll get to more about that a little bit later on as the weeks go by and here. Junction City next Saturday night, right there in the Junction City Elementary School. The action's going to take place with Morton against Davis, King against Gypsy Joe, Ware against Kent. A six-man with King, Morton, and Ware against Gypsy Joe, Danny Davis, and Jimmy Kent, to be followed by one...
Hey, I gave you 8 hours of carefully curated retro content yesterday, covering all genres.
Explosive tag match. When Bill Superstar Dundee and Tommy Wildfire Rich face the Big Angel and Tojo Yamamoto. Well, you got some competition.
You don't have Hulk Hogan on the roster and then not use him,
I am so happy. Can you imagine this? My dream machine against Lawler and Lexington, and now look at this. The Mighty Angel teaming with Tojo Yamamoto. What a team, what a team. But look at this man, look at this. 6'1", 256 pounds. Look at this. Tommy Rich, let me tell you something, brother. If you see him, I want you to give him a little advice for me. We still have a contract together, baby. He thought he walked out on old Jimmy Hart, but he didn't walk out on Jimmy Hart because that paper is good as gold. So before long, just think, the first year, he better start sending me my money statements, baby. That's all I got to say.
No, I think this was early, because these are streams that were, like, are not publicly available that we're going to watch. And I think this was before she had really fallen into her, like, obsession.
Who's going to take care of him for Daddy? Right,
Yep.
baby?
Well, he may take some of that anger out on the Angel in there. Tojo Yamamoto, your partner, the Angel.
Oh, that sounds good, Dave. Old school hockey
the
fights.
number one good Angel. And Tommy Rich, he said he make good reservation. He gonna beat me and the Angel. But I tell you what, Tommy Rich,
What's up,
we're gonna
Hypnotic?
beat you and the Superstar.
Okay. You see it the 27th.
He's like, okay.
Beat you and the Superstar.
Okay. You see it the
There's his
But
little
I tell
hat
you
that
what,
he
Tommy
wears
Rich,
later on.
We're gonna beat you and the Superstar.
Okay. You see it the 27th.
Okay.
We are back. Championship Wrestling action. Lance Russell and Dave Brown at ringside as we've got a doggone good. And this one, Dave, we could see it right on the front end of it. An expiration of time match. It is now one fall apiece. Roger Kirby, his neck tilted at one side. They have really been working on it in there, and he came in with a sore neck. Oh, Gilbert nailed it.
No, it's walk and talks. Open your ears.
Jimmy Hart had been working on Roger Kirby's neck, especially in the second fall. He was having problems with it, and they were working on it outside the ring right there, and I think maybe Tommy Gilbert remembers how Kirby...
This is December 20th, 1980.
Took advantage of his knee in the first fall.
Exactly.
We're ending fairly shortly, but if you want more wrestling, I watch 2000s XPW on Tuesdays, modern day JCW on Wednesdays, and then we always do Memphis on Friday mornings.
And boy, he went right for that neck, Roger Kirby. Guy Mitchell coming back in. He's the one that has to start because he's the one that made the pin in the second fall. Wait a minute now. Referee says, hold on just a second.
Guy Mitchell picked his chair up and fogged it in the ring at Tommy Gilbert. And it's now being returned to Hart. That's what happened to the chair.
He's waiting for Hart to sit down, yeah.
What's up, Mythos?
Tommy Gilbert.
Yeah, like I said, we do Memphis every Friday. We do a lot of wrestling stuff, but it's all typically on those 3 days. But it's always Memphis on Friday mornings.
He's still got plenty of confidence. It's all even up, one fall apiece. He goes after Guy Mitchell. Mitchell tied up in the rope. And Tommy. Well, he's got that right fist.
Come on,
double.
ref.
He wants to hit him so
Oh,
bad.
come on.
And he just had to do it. You could see it in his eyes. Just had to happen. He flips Kirby into the ring from the corner. Carl Fergie holding Guy Mitchell back on the rope.
No.
Gilbert
Boy,
slams
what
him on the
a
rope.
look at this pin.
Gilbert slams them together. Covers Roger Kirby.
Boy, how long could that ref take?
Covers
Holy
Roger
shit.
Kirby. Gilbert slams them
1,
together.
2,
Covers
3,
Roger Kirby.
4, 5, 6, 7. Almost a 7 count.
Got a 1 count.
Why don't they do the tied up in the rope spot anymore? I don't know. Remember how good Andre was at it? He always made it look so believable. And he always did like the real dramatic, like his arms would get tied up. I always thought that was a really cool looking spot.
Mitchell still tied up in the rope. Carl Fergie blasting him. Jimmy Hart successful in helping him get untangled. Kirby rolled out onto the apron. And Gilbert helps him out of the ring down here on the floor. Guy Mitchell. 3 minutes left and time will expire. One fall apiece. What a way the action has gone. The first 16, almost 17 minutes in the first two falls. Stand by.
So they're at 17 minutes now.
I think it was Yogi Berra said it ain't over till it's over. Hang on.
And boy, this one's not over, that's for a fact.
Carl Fergie working on Guy Mitchell's left arm. Rotating that shoulder. Drops with his body weight. Roger Kirby jumps in to slug him.
Nature boy, of course.
And Gilbert. Boy, Gilbert's after Kirby. Has been this entire fall. Fergie with Guy Mitchell down on the mat. Kirby roaring back.
Dave.
2 minutes left in the time limit. Nearing our time expiration. Look out. Oh, out of the pain held in there by Jimmy Hart. Walking stick. They do it again. Right into the midsection.
True. I think there's just like a lot of people, or maybe it's that they think that fans don't have the patience for that kind of stuff anymore, but I think they do. Maybe not in every match, but I mean, I think they would be open to it.
Jimmy Hart. Oh, Fergie out of the ring. He grabs Hart.
Uh-oh.
Here comes the Dream Machine. Look out. Stop. Referee Jerry
Damn.
has just stopped it. This match has been stopped by the referee. The Dream Machine came running in.
Giving him the demolition treatment.
Look out. Here comes Lawler with a bat.
Whoa.
There is your home run. Lawler jumps in with a bat, and everybody starts running for home.
I like that too because it makes sense because you'd be like, well, why does he have a baseball bat? Because last time he got his ass beat. He got overwhelmed by all the heels and got beat up.
Got in a hurry. Look out. Guy Mitchell coming back with a big 40, 50-gallon garbage can. Lawler. Pretty well in control with the baseball bat. Hart, Kirby, Dream Machine, Guy Mitchell, all standing over in the corner challenging. Jerry steps up into the ring. Jerry's inviting him in, but I notice he's not putting down the bat.
Oh, he's got the bat in there.
Yes,
that's what we call a handicap match. Lawler swishing one over at Mitchell. What was that I said about him not moving fast? He sure moved fast.
If you don't know, if you're not familiar with the Memphis timeline on this, he's just coming off of like a layoff from a leg injury at this time. That's why I think that's why the next match is at like his return is at Rupp Arena.
Out of the way there.
We got our time out. We got to take a break. Back for a final word in a minute.
So he's pent up.
We had more time for it. We don't. We're out of time. So for Dave Brown, this is Lance Russell. Until next week on Championship Wrestling. Bye-bye, everybody.
All right, I got to go. Thank you for hanging out, though. I appreciate it. I will be back with more Memphis next Friday, but if you just want wrestling, it'll be Tuesday morning, XPW, Wednesday morning, JCW, and then Memphis on Friday. But I will be back in about an hour and 14 minutes. I'm going to reopen the Bethadone archives to previously unavailable to the public for a long time. Live streams, the beginning of the walk and talk era. But thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you soon.